Welcome into TFW Live, the best kept secret in fantasy football, where we keep that week one feeling going all year long. This is episode 308, where we will be drafting for the official
Let's go.
2 Listener Whisper League. Let's go. It's going to be a 16 PPR single QB quad flex. Before we get into all the good stuff, support for TFW Live is brought to you by Manscaped, the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Their products are precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped's Performance Package is the ultimate in men's hygiene bundle. You can join the 6 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code TFWMAN at manscaped.com. One more time, that's 20% off and free shipping with the code TFWMAN. No exclamation point. Actually, don't put the exclamation point like I have it here in my show notes. I'm Austin Sear. Big Travie. Bring those motherfuckers on the show. And of course, we've got the producer, Twitter, stat extraordinaire. You know him as Don. He's Donnie Tubbs to us. Welcome in, Donnie, man.
And also, yeah, man. Draft time. Let's do this.
That's fucking right.
Let's go.
You, me.
Best day of the year.
Whisper Nation. We got everybody coming in here. Ronald Calla. We've got Scott. We've got Pizza Belly. We've got Jersey J coming. We got our whole sleeper chat that's just been going off all day. The gifts and the comments and the slander and the hurt feelings are too many to be counted at this point. I am very excited. Also excited for our new members on YouTube who have joined up and support the show through a monthly subscription. We got Pizza Belly, Don Caples, Bailey Ziegler, Kevin Davi, Nick, Brett Zabo, John Credit, Eric Lorenz, and Donnie Tubbs, Jersey J, and the Hanimal. If you'd like to join our growing list of YouTube members, click join next to the YouTube video now. Shout out as well to our patrons who have supported the show throughout. We've got big updates coming to our Patreon. Stay tuned. Thank you to those as well who subscribed or followed us on social media in the last week. Our Janal, David, Nelson, Kev07. As mentioned, today's episode, we're going to be streaming our 2022 Listener League Draft. It's a 16-team PPR, single quarterback. Travis, what am I missing?
Well, it's full
Quad
point
flex.
PPR. Did we do that already? We've got the 0.25 for tackle for loss. We've got the
0.25.
Third round reversal.
third round reversal.
Yes.
People aren't excited about
point-
that.
No, I'm not. 0.25 for first downs for running back and first down for wide receiver is 0.25. Minus 1 point if your kicker misses between 30 yards or less.
Yeah, we got that
quad-
fractional scoring on the kicking.
Yes.
Yes. Quad flex.
1 running back, 2 wide receivers, quad flex, 1 tight end. It's about to get fucking nasty in here. And I can't wait. Like, are we ready to do this thing or what? I guess we said we've got a few minutes, right?
Oh, do we
Can
have
we just get it started?
Well, we
Three?
told everybody. I mean, I don't
4:40.
know.
Oh,
Matt
we
Deshaun's
said
in there.
All right,
He's the
let's
number
buy-
1 pick. We might as well do it.
We-
It's a 1 minute
we-
clock. Should I go through
mean-
the roster one more time here?
Yeah, flash that up there. Click that up.
We do have 4 minutes. We do have 4 minutes, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me know when
Yeah.
you want me to click start, and then I'll do it.
So we've got the 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 4 flexes, 1 kicker, 1 defense, and 5 bench positions here. This is going to be.
Oh, wait, hold on. Speaking of bench positions here, before we get started, since we have 4 minutes, how about a round of applause for
4 minutes
our
is
guy, Jimmy G, getting paid to be a backup on the bench, highest backup, getting paid.
Now we applaud good rewards for good work.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback. He's underrated. So he's getting paid for his actual.
I mean,
work,
he's properly rated. He got the best contract for a backup quarterback today. He got the highest money for a backup quarterback. Yeah, he's properly rated. I don't think he's underrated.
He's underrated. Some people might be seeing him as like the QB 40, and like he's no more like the QB 30. So like that's underrated.
I mean, if Trey Lance starts 0-3, do they start Garoppolo week 4?
Well, they built incentives if they play him. So I don't know that they'd be. They
don't want to pay him.
He has playtime incentives,
right?
So,
No, I'm saying that that's
so. I don't know why they would go and just like they also traded 2 first round picks away to get Trey Lance. So I think this was really about letting Jimmy get a little bit of freedom in his choice of where he goes and long-term deal. And also they didn't want to take a 0 for Jimmy. Like they did not want to cut Jimmy and realize that he would be a 0 if they did. So
I think it also makes a lot of sense. We still don't know what Trey Lance is going to be about
Right.
in the NFL. His sample size is really small, no matter what sample you're looking at. NDSU, NFL. He hasn't played a ton of snaps at the highest level. What we've seen has been incredible, which is why the 49ers went and traded and made the deals that they did. But they still don't know. And if you're trying to plan for possible outcomes, are we all on Trey Lance? Many of us are, but you still got to be aware that the bottom could fall out a little. And this is a Super Bowl qualified roster. Shanahan is a Super Bowl level coach. And I would say Jimmy has done a good enough job with this unit to keep you away from a bottoms out season. And so like, that's a pretty decent contingency plan considering they weren't going to really get anything for him anyways. Right.
Yeah, and I think it's like this is how a mature organization would handle a situation like this. We're looking at you, Cleveland. So,
yes.
Yeah. All right, I think we're ready, right?
All right.
Let's do this thing.
I'm pressing that button.
Oh.
This is a real draft. Like,
Yeah,
we got
baby,
so
it's for
many
all the
mocks.
money.
This isn't a mock. This is
Holy Field.
What is this? Okay.
Can't
We're
mock this league, dude.
we've tried.
Yeah, we have tried. Is that too big? That's too big.
Oh my god, it just fucking started. Oh my gosh.
Is this gonna do this every time?
You know, like so many times when we create this, we're focused on doing our best to try to make a good show, to try to create some good content. I don't give a shit
Not
about
happening
it.
today. Yeah.
I don't care.
I'm not doing any live tweets. I'm not getting anything. Twitter
Oh,
is
wait.
quiet right now.
Donnie, we're still gonna need you to go ahead and.
I'm here for myself. That's a distraction. That's a distraction Johnny's pulling. Lever move.
I'm already distracted from this 3rd round reversal, so I don't need no
Pretty
more.
chalk here. You got CMC there, Donnie. How you feeling about that? Did you want JT?
Way rather have JT. I think I'm a little more on JT than CMC. His health. I mean, if he's healthy, CMC definitely is the, more exciting player. But I don't know if I trust his legs as of recently. But we'll see. I might trade him. Whisper Nation, if you want to, hit me up.
Oh, you don't trust his legs, but do you trust the top half of his body?
I mean, yeah, of course.
Okay, all right. So if we could get a leg transplant, we'd be good here for CMC.
That'd be fantastic. Yes.
Oh,
Strofe with his boy.
oh my God, Strofe with the auto, dude.
Auto,
Got it.
dude. Eric Henry.
Quick note.
3rd year.
Strofe was supposed to be on this show, but he is actually producing a show for ESPN Madison right now. So if he autos, that's kind of where he's at. But we know the deal with Strofe. Look, when you work for ESPN, like you're gonna auto draft some things. That happens. He's pulling levers
It's
for
the
the
ESPN
mothership.
way. It's the ESPN way.
I'm missing Strofe because he's right next to his boy Scott, and that would have been fantastic.
Oh, yeah,
to
would have
hear
been
him
good.
talk that all
Whoa!
day.
Speaking of,
dude.
let's take a
Scott.
look.
Barkley,
Yeah.
Whoa, Scott.
Whoa!
Your guy. No
Speaking
wonder
of
he wanted that.
leg transplants, man.
Hey, no
Scott
wonder
is
he
trying
wanted-
to basically ruin all my exposure to Saquon throughout the all these other leagues. Austin did it yesterday in our couples league too.
No wonder Scott wanted to, switch back and trade in this back half because he was like, "Oh, I could just pick up Saquon, who I want, and then it doesn't have to look for a major reach."
Saquon at 1.4. I hope that is
Wow.
not a curse that he put on all these shares I have of Saquon across multiple leagues.
no.
We've got Stephon Diggs off the board.
Oh, I'm up.
Yeah, I did a $3 pup ball on best ball today, and Saquon went first. So
Really?
yeah,
Number 1 overall.
Dang. How do I?
Well, what are you thinking about right now, Johnny? Who are like the top 5 guys in your
Kelsey, bro.
I'll
in
be
your
honest,
queue, dude?
I'm literally trying to.
Who are the
decide
5
right now.
guys you're looking through right now?
I want?
Maybe give
either-
us like the next 7 guys you'd draft right here.
I'm either going Swift or I'm going Kamara.
You won't, dude.
Travi, which one do you want him to take and not take?
Kamara's a
Yeah, I'd prefer that he took Kamara here, but we'll see what he does.
No, it's a listener league, dude. Let's go.
You got your
Gotta
boy.
take your boy, dude.
Yeah, man, you got to.
I am gonna take Kelsey here.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just makes a lot of sense.
Does it?
Other than him
It
being
does.
like
You
40
like
years old.
All right. You like Kelsey.
Yeah,
Like he's a cool ass dude. Like, does he give
Yeah.
you a little bit of juice? He's giving you a little juice in your goose.
Yeah, I mean he dances well. I mean, if you think about people are like, oh, he's dusty. It's like he looked really good in the playoffs last year. So I don't know. I think he'll be fine.
It's gonna be good.
He's gonna be too big to fail, probably. The other guy that's too big to fail in this range is Najee Harris, and now he's got the Liz Frank thing, and he's not a guy that gets it going for me. So I'd rather just go.
What's the Liz Frank thing?
Well, he had some sort of Liz Frank sprain or something that he was dealing with early in the preseason.
Like recently?
Yeah, they said he's good now, but he did have
That's
something he
awesome.
was dealing with. Yeah.
That makes
Deontay and Najee got like dinged up that game. I don't know.
Bro.
I don't know. I don't think it's bad or anything. I didn't hear anything about that, but you never know.
Ooh, Austin's on the clock.
I should have kept that close to the vest so he could have taken Najee.
I think I still might. Like, how do I not do Najee here?
You could take him on the turn. Maybe Smitty leaves him for you.
Yeah.
Maybe he's bad news.
Maybe Smitty gets scared off of him too.
Oh my gosh, this is such a great guy who fought. I think at this spot you got to ride with that. I think you got to ride the concern and the question marks. And like we had issues with Najee last year, and they just kept pounding the rock with him. I like the offense. I like the competition behind him, which is very thin. He did play recently, so he's got to get some management going. But like, yeah, dude, fucking fire it up. Let's go.
Najee Harris,
oh man,
yeah, Austin leans into the uncomfortable. It's a great character trait he has, and he's leaning in right now. He says, "Look,
I am always uncomfortable. Let's go." Oh my god!
Back into his feral mindset.
Yeah,
Javonte, dude. Okay.
Oh, Javonte.
I had taken so many picks. I'm like, I gotta take a wide receiver early at this spot because I paid the price for it too many times when you just can't get a solid guy. But I love Aaron Jones. I love him so much.
And I
don't love Devontae Adams, but like that is such a great freaking pick. I love the Darren Waller down. I love these other things like Devontae Adams should soar, but I don't like it. Oh my god! And then we
don't like it.
You know the way I just think I got to ride with the juices. The juices. What's happening
juice
here?
Is loose.
The juice is loose.
The juice
you
is
can't lock
loose.
this league. I have very, very few shares of Najee Harris or Devontae Adams.
Oh, he's going. He's leaning
in. Take the water as it flows. You got to take it as it comes.
Oh.
God is water. We are God. This is the way the water is flowing. I'm taking Devontae.
I thought he was gonna be like one of those villains in a show where they monologue too long and something bad happens.
That's so too, man.
Right? But he got it off. That's a true pro right there.
Yeah,
Let's see if Brocal's
No, I'm just kidding.
Don't leave me any goodies here.
Don't steal my guy, Brocal. Don't do it.
So this is wow. Najee Harris and Devontae Adams.
And don't worry, you bastards don't need to wait too long because of the third round reversal coming your way.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm pretty excited about that.
Oh, you didn't leave me CD.
Well, you were hoping. You gonna
what
take
do I
Aaron?
do here? Do I might do something wild here.
You gonna pass on Joe?
You won't.
No, dude, he's gonna take Patty Mahomes right here in the second.
The stack, dude.
The stack.
Dude, when Travis gets weird, he gets so weird.
Yeah.
So like whether it's drafting or it's the orgy, he gets so out there.
You said you wouldn't say it. You said you wouldn't tell.
I didn't.
I am gonna get a little weird, I think, here.
Yeah, you should.
I'm gonna get a little weird here.
Oh, you did it. I was just gonna say it.
Thank goodness, dude.
Tight end.
Hey, thank goodness you got a little weird and you didn't go with the Pitsmaster. Woo! I thought you were gonna. When you said let's get weird, I thought you were going to go double tight end, and I was like, do not take Pitts.
I wouldn't have taken Pitts there.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because I wanted him.
What?
You would have taken Pitts over Andrews, Johnny?
Johnny, yeah, I have. Yeah, I am a little concerned. Me too. The thing with Mike, the thing with Mandrews is that he's elite, and he's the number one option for his team. Okay.
Yeah,
and
he's
okay.
He's coming off a career year.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. They don't have anybody else to throw to. Their running backs probably are all hurt. You're right.
26.
Yeah. You're just worried about his diabetes flaring up this season.
Right?
No, it's not Bolivia.
Actually, none of those things. What I am concerned about is the fact that his game to game is very sporadic. Like he's going to have he usually has 4 to 5 monster games that really, significantly boost his where his ADP and stuff go. So like, yeah, like he finished as the tight end 1 last year, but he had like a 46-point game. He had a 36.
Let me read you the. You're not
No,
wrong.
I mean, really, no. Like Austin, it's really simple. He had only 1 game under 15 PPR points in the last 7 or 8 weeks of the season. So yeah, you're right. He's just so up and down. You can't count on him to get less than 15 PPR points.
You're looking at a guy who's had Mark Andrews for the last 3 years.
I'm just talking about the facts of the matter. Of the
you're like, of course, the title, right? Week 1, 5 PPR points total, 20 yards on 3 catches. But then if we go to the end of the seazen, 16.5 points in the final week. And then the performance is coming ahead of that 14.9, 26.5, 35.6, 28.5. Then he has a 9-pointer, 16.5, 15.3, 18.3. That's all right.
Yeah. Okay. But again, for a good amount of those, he had a backup quarterback in Huntley, and there were several games where, he's going to catch 5 passes, but like, and they also brought in Likely, who as well will split time with him. He will get targets.
No, Likely will come on the field in a different, like as a dual formation. They're not going
to Johnny. Like I hear
pull Andrews off the field for Likely, a rookie.
We've talked about this one. I want to ask you, Johnny, about the volatility regarding Pitts. I'm looking at his outputs last year. Yeah, 23.3, 3.3, 9.2, 10, 5.9, 4.6, 8.8, 11.1.
Was that Mariota? No. Okay. That wasn't Mariota.
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan. Okay.
Tony Gonzalez is former quarterback.
And Matt Ryan. Former quarterback. Marcus Mariota. If you go back to when he last started
Walker,
in this game, it was tight end.
Like 5. Matt Ryan hasn't produced good tight ends too.
And all through camp, they've been saying Pitts is absolutely unguardable. So what do I trust? I trust what I've seen from Mariota and the fact that Pitts is unguardable. So do I think he's going to be more consistent? Yes, because this guy had over 1,000 yards receiving last year and had only 1 receiving touchdown. Now he gets Mariota, who only looks for the tight end in the red area. So yes, I do think Pitts will be more consistent on a week-to-week basis. Now, do I think Travis pairing him with Travis Kelce? I think that's a great move because now he's got and it being the ability to start multiple tight ends. He's taking a piece off the board, and he's also has an advantage.
I really like. Sorry, I shifted over here. I really like Mike Evans, man. And people are really down on him for so many reasons. When you look at main veins of teams, I see him as a main vein coming in this year. Yeah. I'm just very sad to have missed him.
I was on him, Pittman, or Higgins on my pick, and I just
Pity City.
I haven't drafted Pittman anywhere, so I was like, "This is the time." We were talking about him just for the draft too.
Yeah,
so
we incepted you.
You did.
I don't know who I'm going to take here. Actually, I think I do.
I wanted Hill or Allen, and they went right before me, too, which fucking got me struggling.
Ron's asking who's down on Evans. I don't think, it's not like...
I don't think any of us are.
Yeah, but, I mean, I don't know. Look, he has some efficiency metrics that have dipped, for sure. But to Austin's point,
I'm going to go and get my fucking dude right now. I don't care.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Oh,
wow.
DK.
All right.
We're in the listener league, baby. Do it.
I love Higgins. I love McLaurin. I like Waddle. I just got my guy.
Oh, man. Everybody's getting their guy, dude. Seriously?
Broke just reach for your guy.
You knew it. Travis was right there wanting it.
Travis, you going to get... Your boy
might get weird here, dude. I might go get Kittle, dude.
Do it. 4 flexes. Why not?
Do it.
You won't.
Damn you. Damn it. That would have been too nice. That would have been too nice to start out that way.
So let's see here. So the 3rd round reversal has happened. Don Flick is, basically ruining the cuticles on his nails right now, just wishing he was drafting. But he is not. As you know, the 3rd round reversal means that we started on the back end. So Smitty got the first pick. He takes Breece Hall. He's gone RB robust. Nick Chubb, Javonte Williams, Breece Hall here. Heavy, dude.
Heavy on running backs that
I mean, look,
share with their backup.
if you can get where you're starting all three of those guys, like, and they're big time, like that's hard to beat in fantasy. We know that.
Yeah.
The problem has been being able to predict all three of those guys, and have that situation happen. So then what's the opportunity cost saying like, I need to go RB robust? Who did you give up on at wide receiver? In this case for Javonte, to get Javonte, CeeDee Lamb, Devontae Adams, Deebo Samuel. And then the next round to get Breece Hall, DK Metcalf, Cortland Sutton, T. Higgins, Mike Williams. So
it's a tough one in this situation. I love Nick Chubb. I took him in the second round of our Dynasty startup a few years back. I have really enjoyed having him on the squad. Nick Chubb, though, because of his lack of pass catching, which we can all talk about how ridiculous and all that stuff is, Nick Chubb is like as consistent as they come, and he's just that back end RB1. RB13 in PPR last year, RB11 the year before that, RB8 the year before that. Another guy who's really consistent, though, is Aaron Jones. Like this guy, if in his PPR number 10 last year, 5 the year before that, 2 the year before that. And this is shaping up to be the best year from opportunity standpoint that Jones has had. And we're not concerned at all about his wear and tear or anything like that. So it's hard for me to take Nick Chubb in a PPR ahead of Aaron Jones.
Yeah. I mean, look, Nick Chubb's like a guy that you're like coming away from your draft and you're not concerned, but then you get 4 weeks in and you're like, oh shit, like he's just not doing it. He's just not giving me the edge I need. Yeah. Like he could be, I'm sure he could be great at catching the ball. Like I'm sure he could be great.
Oh, he is. He is good at catching. Like he usually gets about 40 to 50.
And he's like, hey dude, we work on the jugs every night. Me and Chubb, dude.
203. 203. Dude. Yeah. We heard Amon was doing 202, so he said, all right, we're going to up that one more.
Yeah, Calvin Broadcast says, no way Sutton made it back to me. I can confirm because he would have been the next pick. And I don't have him nearly enough. # reach for your guy.
Yeah. Hey. Donnie's about to come up for a pick finally.
Yeah, a year ago he was picking, and now he's back.
Yeah.
Yep. I died on the inside and came back all in that whole time.
Jesus.
Can't kill something if it's already dead.
Yeah, that's true.
Scott on the
dead may never die.
Strofe is cooking up work for Stephen A. Smith right now over at ESPN. But Donnie, who are you thinking about right now? This is the dreaded moment you have been trying to avoid physically and emotionally.
Like who will be left for you here? That's what your concern was.
Yeah, who is left for you?
Yeah.
Oh. Jerry
So both the guys I was gonna want were both here.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
Wow.
They both scare me too, though. And I know you guys aren't high on this guy, but you know.
You know what? I have him in my queue because I think in this league, this format, plus the way I started, I think Montgomery is actually a little bit like I feel better. Well, I guess not with the Robinson news. I feel better about Montgomery than I did about Gibson. If you would have told me 24 hours.
Me too.
But 24 hours ago.
Now I'm feeling a little bit better about Gibson. Obviously, with Brian Robbins' tragic situation, hopefully he recovers and gets back on the field. But yeah, I mean, I think Montgomery's a fine pick for volume wise. He just has to keep the job. I think his leash is a little bit shorter than last year, based on what they've seen out of Herbert. But yeah.
I wanted to say a comment here quickly on third round reversal because we get people get really animated about it. And I've been in a few leagues where we've drafted in third round reversals, and it's like the third round. I'll preface this saying I don't think third round reversals actually make as large of an impact as they kind of sound like they do. First off, if you're in the middle, you are entirely unaffected by the third round reversal. And in the third round, I start to see preferences really start kicking in. You know what I mean? Where like Jalen Waddle might have been taken and ranked a lot higher. I think Jalen Waddle, you can make a very easy case for Jalen Waddle being selected ahead of DK Metcalf. Like it's not a hard case to make. I took DK Metcalf ahead of Jalen Waddle though, because I'm like, this is my dude. I believe in him here. And we're playing in that world of guys who are really good, but just have question marks. So it's like, which question mark do you want to put on your own plate? And so the third round, I don't know. I see a lot more preferences kicking in the third round than I do maybe like hard math. like we usually see in the first round, start of the second. Don flicked on the clock.
I feel like a lot of stress sets in after the first couple rounds, and you're like, you're like, oh shit, I got to, especially in a format like this, you're like, I got to fill some spots, dude. I gotta, and Johnny, you actually had a really good point, that you stole from me this morning, and you put on that. No, you were on with Club FFL, and you were talking about leaning into the uncomfortable, leaning into the weirdness, like when you get into a league and you're into a draft real time, and you're starting to get the butterflies, and you're like, oh shit, I need to get a running back right here. I got to build this roster out. You're like, if you can just kind of push that to the side a little bit. You were trying to say, like make a strength, even a more strength, like make a super strength, as Ian Hardett says. We've talked about it on this show last year. Lean into your strengths. And I think that in formats like this, you had a good point about coming away from the draft being like, I only have to work on my RB2. If I know that, then I'm good, instead of being like, well, I'm kind of okay everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Because then what do you do?
Right.
That's hard. That's hard to like level up a whole squad. Like if you got a B-level squad but no holes.
You know what's hard to do? Is fucking draft Jalen Hurts this year. Good God, dude.
Yeah, dude. No one will let you.
Nobody's drafting him at his ADP. Everybody is reaching for Jalen Hurts, which I guess is a good thing, but like,
hey, don't be mad. Don't be mad.
Feelings.
Dude, I'm happy to see AJ Dillon get gone so early because I love pairing me some Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon this year, and I almost took Aaron Jones, and now I'm more happy that I didn't. AJ Dillon's those guys. Jalen Hurts is one of those guys.
Stole my guy.
Who else?
I was between Akers and Robinson in my pick too. I like Robinson in this spot.
Yeah.
Well, you went with Akers. You're not scared?
Akers.
I am scared, but I wanted Montgomery and Akers there. And
I am
both
so
there.
fucking
scared. Fuck it, man. I'll get them both. They both scare me.
Oh, that is great.
Yeah.
I am scared. I am incredibly scared.
Dalton Schultz off the board. Brandon Cooks off the board.
Gibby.
Non-hospitalized Antonio Gibson off the board. Look at some scary.
For now, he's non-hospitalized. What are you gonna do here, dude?
Yeah.
Do it.
Well, I am either going to go Lamar or Kyler. So I'm trying to decide which one I want.
Yes, easy. You did
Homer
snipe
pick.
me. You did snipe me.
Do I want Lamar or do I want Kyler? It's what we said.
You want to get Kyler so you can root for your team and your quarterback in the same week.
Bro, if you take Lamar, please take Lamar. If you take Lamar over Kyler Murray,
trying to think of what I want to do.
Right now we really get to see what
6. Yeah, left me
me
that double dip. Love it.
Well, that's the only reason I really was weighing. I was like, do I want to allow Travis to have the double dip? Or
I was happy either way. Kyler or Lamar is my cutoff. Well, Hurts is my cutoff, but nobody fucking drafts him at ADP. So here we are.
Reach for your guy.
But yeah. Those are the 3 for me in most drafts. I'm trying to get one of those 3: Jalen Hurts, Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Action Jackson.
Yeah. How are you guys feeling about Godwin? He just went. I've been so scared to draft him in every league and every mock.
I'm actually I'm okay with Godwin.
Yeah.
I think I'm more confident in Godwin than I am Michael Thomas.
Really?
Saw Michael Thomas go by Death by Rona over at 313. Yeah, I just think Godwin's been ahead of schedule, it looks like, a little bit. They want him to be off of the pup so he can come in. So it looks like they're going to progress the timeline. Closer to his prime than Mike Evans. And I'm not saying I like him over Mike Evans, but if all things were equal, it would be up for debate. We'd be talking about Godwin versus Evans. So I'm kind of okay with Godwin.
Well,
Elijah Mitchell, the missile.
I love that pick. Love that pick.
That's Austin's boy right there, dude.
Yeah, a couple of my boys on here.
That's his favorite.
Oh, I was thinking Smitty was going to keep going with the running back position there. Austin's up.
What's this noise you're making? What are you thinking?
He's nervous, but on the surface, he looks calm and ready.
To drop bombs, to draft bombs.
Oh no, that doesn't sound good.
Oh,
Take
man.
him, dude. Take CEH here, dude.
I'm
You
thinking
won't.
about it. I'm thinking
Hey.
about it. I really am. I think it's a
Yeah.
smart pick.
Marlon
take
Mack,
him.
bro, you won't.
Take him.
I like Rashad Bateman. I like Gabe
Ooh.
Davis.
Ooh.
I like taking good players on good teams.
Both of those qualify.
We're gonna grab though what we can while we can. We're gonna play for attrition. There we go.
All right.
Take CEH
Oh, look how, like,
off the
Travis-
board.
Travis got a little redder.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
He was so
Dude, I
defeated.
wanted CEH
He
there.
thought it. Yeah, he thought he was gonna
You
get
guys get to just clown me all off season long because I'm actually kind of into CEH, and now it's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to draft him. Think it's a good pick.
Keep going.
Think it's
Keep
a
going.
good
Mock
pick.
us. Keep going more. How stupid are we, Travis? Tell us,
No,
did we
it's just, you know.
did we exploit your thinking?
No,
we
you
take
didn't
it?
exploit anything.
Keep
You
talking.
just took a good. You just took a player that's good enough to be the starter on a good team. So it's all good. I gotta.
I
figure
think
out
it was a
what-
So
shitty
now,
pick.
what are you gonna get? Miles Sanders here, Damian Harris, maybe a little
No.
Kareem Hunt.
I'm actually gonna
Miles Sanders for
pivot
sure.
here, and I am gonna go Gabe
Ramondre.
Davis.
Oh, getting a little Gabe on us, huh?
I don't know what you're trying to say there, but
Gabe Davis
I
on
don't
us.
think it came out the way you wanted it to.
It said Gabe Davis on
What
us.
do we think about Gabe Davis here? The upside is there. Like Travis, I guess you picked him up on him. I know you know the concerns. I know you know the upside. You settled on taking him.
Hey, Ron, it's okay, buddy. Just take your meds. It's a live show. It'll be cool, man. We can say whatever we want.
Stop naming players that have not been taken.
I'll list them all right now. Are you ready? In
Oh,
alphabetical
my-
order.
Oh,
Amari Cooper, TJ Hawkinson, Adam Thielen, Juju Smith-Schuster, Russell Wilson, Dallas Goedert, Miles Sanders, Tom Brady, Andre Hopkins, Rashad Bateman, Damian Harris, Kareem Hunt, Cordell Patterson, Hunter Renfro,
I
Tony
just-
Pollard, Zach Ertz.
I want to know what advantage Ron thinks he's losing by us naming players that are in the queue. And it's not like we've named anybody that's buried in the queue either. They're all within the first 5 names you can see. So if the players you're playing with, Ron, can read, then I
Well,
think we're okay.
hey, no, in other words, he's going for those guys, and he
Yeah.
doesn't want their names to be mentioned because he's
I
like,
understand what he wants.
oh man, that was funny. That was funny. Don't mention any players in the draft because I might like them. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of my Saturday draft. It was an auction league. It's an auction keeper league. And so credit would every time when a player would be up and he'd be going for probably a little bit less than what he should be, credit would be like, let's not forget the keeper would just be $5 added to this amount here. And then, dude, people would just then immediately start bidding it up, okay, to go higher because they didn't want that person to get a keeper for $8. That was pretty funny. Became a nice little storyline for the night, for the evening.
That's a pretty good little
Yeah,
one to keep bringing up.
yeah.
For example,
Oh, wanted Bateman.
You
Well,
didn't get him. Join the club of people that didn't get players they wanted.
I Travi, we laughed about this. Speaking of Scott, the guy's gentleman's name is Scott. I forget his last name, but beat writer for the Seahawks, who had that great line up on the experts draft at the expo, and he's like, "I never got sniped.
Oh,
Never get sniped because I always have. I expect the room I'm drafting with to draft exactly like I would. So here's the order on people that they would take, and so it just stacks up the way that it stacks up. And fuck, I forgot my point on that. It was
it just stacks up the way it stacks up. So
well, it's just people people know. People
Yeah.
know, and not saying thing is going to get anybody excited, and it it is people have their own lists. But that is an interesting point because it is also true that the queue affects draft order still. And that was an interesting point. I remember they brought up in the expo. It's like they still look at the queue. Like, yeah, people might reach and take their guy, but the queue does affect the draft order no matter what.
Speaking of a reach that I wanted right now, I was going to go Smith and Kirk. And then he took Kirk right after me. So,
oh, wow.
Man.
Should have known your opponent, dude. Should have known what he was going for.
I was not saying the name because Ron told me not to. And then he was still fucking taken. So,
oh, wow.
Well, that's just got him taken, dude. Seats taken. Oh, man. Death by Rona. What are you going to do, Scott? Now that all your guys are taken.
Hopkins gone. A lot of quarterbacks going too. We didn't take a quarterback until the third round in this draft, and then we saw a lot of quarterbacks gone. Josh Allen taken 3-8, and then in this round, Joe Burrow, Russell Wilson, Trey Lance, all gone off the board. How many quarterbacks taken? 1, 2, 3,
9,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 off the board so far. Halfway. Well, 9 quarterbacks off the board through round 5. Man, that super flex last year was thin.
Sorry, yes,
yeah.
Super thin.
I was thinking about today, if we'd have done a super flex in this league, man, forget it, dude.
Team. Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh, could you?
The first 2 rounds are just quarterbacks. It's all 32 starters.
Honestly, it would be way better to have a back end pick at that point, because then you're going to get 2 pretty solid quarterbacks, and then you're going to get a good
Pizza Belly wants to know why you got no love for his team name, Austin.
Oh yeah,
changed it to Austin's Cleavage.
Well, and then it had a picture of Austin on there. It was
the picture is fucking funny. That one, that was literally LOLing on that picture when I saw that one. Shout out Pizza Belly on that one. I didn't see the team name change. Got it for you.
Yeah, it doesn't show it on here, I don't think.
To the regular chat, I think.
Much love, Pizza Belly. You are a wordsmith and enrich our lives.
All right, Ronald, are we allowed to say names here? Okay. You took Tyler Lockett. Good thing nobody sniped him from you. Tyler Lockett.
Good thing.
Oh, man. Ayuk off the board. I'm kind of surprised to see Ayuk hanging this far late. I think that's a really strong pick. Nice pick with Olave. Johnny.
Thank you.
No,
finally got his guy, dude. Could you imagine if I would have taken Ramondre? Right.
I would have taken the next running back I had queued up.
Never get sniped.
I don't get sniped.
Never get sniped, dude. I would have went with Devin Singletary.
Never get sniped.
Oh, sorry. I can't say any names here. We can't say with who we would have went with. Because they're still on the board.
I probably would have been all right with Ron's comment, but he went full all caps. Like he was like telling us, quit it. He wanted Bateman bad.
He wanted Bateman. Hey, you can offer me a trade. I'll take your first and second rounder, as Scott would say. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I expect to get at least 5 trade offers from Scott before week 1 starts. You know, he just sends them out.
As soon as the show gets done, dude, yeah. He's already drawn up where he wants to make trades. You'll probably leave this draft with a couple in trade requests.
I'm surprised nobody clicked accept
for guys that you don't even know you're gonna get. Scott
What's
just
going
knows
through Austin's mind here. Who's he going to take here? God, he's looking at a guy right here.
Got a couple.
Oh, I know where he's going, but I'm not going to say it because then people will be offended.
Get close.
I knew he was going to go.
Damian Pierce.
I swear that's exactly what I was going to say.
I was
going to go Damian Pierce. That's a good one. That really grinds Big Traffy's gears though, because he wanted him. Nope. Be water.
I got my one RB that I have to start, and he's in there right there. So I'm ready to go, dude. Ready to go.
I mean, I will say that is something that is nice about only having to start one running back here.
Yeah, I was gonna say Travi and Johnny are going the true 1 RB, and then me and Austin are already at 4. So it's like,
Got a lot of flexes.
yeah, man, that's what I was thought. I was like, who knows?
Yeah. A lot of flexes for your underperforming running backs to clog up your flex spots. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You like Gabe Davis? You like the guy who had one good game his entire career? Let's go, Matt Flynn. Woo!
Yeah.
Matt.
I know you're not comparing Gabe Davis to Matt Flynn.
Yeah.
If I was, what would I be comparing?
What you think is one good game?
Compared to
One good game.
around a land of muck. Yeah, no, he's fine. He's fine.
Yeah, one guy went to the Seahawks. The other one plays with Josh Allen. So I think I'll take the chances that Davis is going to have a good shot to score more touchdowns with Josh Allen.
So will Isaiah McKenzie. So will Jamison Crowder.
Stop naming.
Those are slot.
players.
Those are slot receivers. I don't know how many touchdowns they'll be scoring, but yeah, they'll get work for sure.
We can't keep
Ayahuasca Aaron, dude.
There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, right there. Hold on. Wait a second. There we go.
Scott trades everything but girlfriends.
Oh, dang, that's cold, dude. Yeah. All right. Big Travis. Oh, I knew he was gonna go with that one.
Your RB1 right there.
Yeah, dude.
You're high on him, man. You think he'll stay RB1 for the Jets all season? You think he has that in him?
I mean, I'm banking on the fact that they're probably not going to need a true run game because they probably won't be very good. So they won't have enough game scripts to really have a true run game. They'll be throwing a lot to him. He's the better pass catcher. He's a great pass blocker. I mean, I've seen him pass catch in the NFL, and I haven't seen Breece Hall do it. And he did it at an elite level. So, yeah, I'll take Michael Carter. Yep.
Now there's a pass catcher.
Getting a little emotional right now.
Yeah, for you, I guess. You're like over there fucking fuming.
Yeah.
Because I took Michael Carter.
I mean, Michael Carter didn't play any snaps. They didn't do that with their starters. Breece Hall sucked it up. I think Breece Hall's going to burn a lot of people this year. He didn't do well this preseason. He didn't play well.
I mean, I don't know if the preseason shows everything, but I think the thing is that they've basically said what they want to do, and they want to bring Breece along. And I'm not saying Breece isn't going to be the better back. He probably will be. He profiles to be that. But, you know, a lot of people thought Javonte Williams was the better back last year. And Melvin Gordon still made sure that he was off the field more than we'd want. So I think that's a similar situation that could happen here with Carter, who can block, who can pass catch, and who can run between the tackles pretty well. So,
all right, Donnie, you're coming up here.
I know.
What are we thinking here?
Man, am I allowed to say names? I don't know where we left off.
Oh yeah,
I'm a little scared, but I have no idea. Honestly, I don't have any names. Yeah, I'm up. I'm going to take the TikTok star himself.
Oh, Claypool, huh?
Yeah.
moved him to the slot. I think that's exciting for Claypool. I wonder if it'll
We'll see. I mean, they didn't look horrible in offense in the preseason like I thought they would. So
Yeah, no, and then Pickett showed some nice signs. So
yeah,
I mean, it's the offensive line really for Pittsburgh that's been the horrendous issue right now. So
definitely.
I don't know which one fits better. Maybe a little bit of Mitch's mobility would be helpful. Oh, 2 quarterbacks for our Alex Stroff's auto team.
And a defense. And a defense.
Oh, Bills defense.
Oh, man. Our guy's down bad right now.
Let's go.
Can't
dude.
start that second quarterback or that defense in one of your 4 flexes there, Alex. So
No, don't worry. He has Josh Jacobs. Don't worry.
Oh man, Stroh's down bad. Oh,
The Bills in the 7th.
it's
Steal.
It's real tough, dude.
Hey,
Who do they play week 1 at least?
I'm
The
glad
Rams.
Let's
Oh,
go.
never mind.
The Rams. So, at
Oh,
least
yeah,
he's
I
got
love
that
that.
going for him. Easy daddy with the kicker here.
Justin
So-
Tucker.
When it gets
Tucker.
ugly, we go kicker.
when it gets ugly, we go kicker.
It's my safety blanket.
Yeah.
MVS off the
Yeah,
board.
what are y'all thinking right now? On the way up to you. Are you like?
I'm hoping a
scared?
new patch of players will emerge by the time of the
Yeah.
clock.
Austin's doing the old refrigerator technique. He just keeps opening the door.
Right.
Something will appear here, I hope.
The old let's turn ESPN on again, even though no games have happened
Yeah.
between
you
now and
wake
the
up
time
at
I turned it off
2:30 in
last.
the morning and you're still hearing the same joke, the same dumb
Da-na-na,
joke on the
da-na-na.
on ESPN. Yeah.
Oh, there's
We've all
Stuart
been
Scott's
there.
intro again. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Stuart Scott.
Now is the time in this 16 team draft when it can start to get extra freaky.
Get
Mhm.
funky.
It's time to get funky.
It really is though.
Clap your hands.
I have all this floor space behind me. Don't make me get up and dance, guys. Come on.
Oh, a
You
little
won't, dude.
DDR, dude. What is Chris
yeah,
gonna
man.
do here? Chris went upside down.
When is the correct time to go defense and kicker? Because if we're continuing to open the doors on the fridge and we don't like what we
Yeah.
see, is it time to go defense and kicker?
What do I do here?
What do I do?
I want to
What do
know what
do?
Johnny actually thinks on this one because we were participating in a draft or a couples league draft last night, and I think Johnny and I were the two squads that didn't actually pick up a kicker or a defense, and it's just a 10-teamer, so it's like you don't really need to go that hard. But we're playing true to it. Drop somebody, see if what kind of camp developments happen. Drop the guys right before Thursday kickoff, and get yourself situated. I think it's a pro move. I think it's good. But Johnny, in this space. And I'll let you make your pick here. Gainwell, bring it around. What do you think about in a draft like this, Johnny, where the pool gets pretty thin pretty fast? Are you still holding out on kickers and defenses, or does it change your tune?
I think that's a good question. I think I'll just keep an eye out for it and see, because at some point it's like, okay, I'd rather take said defense over, I don't know, Trey Swanson, so it's like at that point, but if there's value that I see or someone that I think, Julio Jones, I was looking at Julio Travis. Yeah, once I see more value in a defense or kicker than I do in the skill position players, then that's when I'll pivot over. So
Ooh, a little
I don't-
endorphin rush for Austin here. He says, "What the hell, Sear?
y'all
Y'all are killing me."
oh dude.
Hey,
Oh
That means that we gotta hit him with a little whisper. Woo!
Johnny, how'd that feel, man? We just popped your woo cherry, dude.
I was just gonna say that was like my heart has been racing this whole time, but that moment, it went up 10 more beats per minute, man.
Oh,
Very
you
exciting.
got
Big
Smitty
moment.
tilting hard. He just took Romeo Dubs in the 9th here.
I want to see.
That's a
I think I'm about to do something I've been speaking.
well. Then don't
against.
do it. Don't do it.
Yeah,
then.
you're already on that train. You took
Yeah.
CEH earlier.
So might as well just keep adding fuel to the fire. Do it. Take a
What's he
third
doing?
quarterback. Take a third quarterback.
He's taking a 4th tight end here.
And fourth. We're at the 18th hole of Augusta.
You know what? This would actually fuck, dude. I'm doing in this
5
driver team.
seconds.
I'm just gonna do it and lock it up.
4,
I'm just gonna
3,
Just lock
2.
it up.
I knew you were
Oh,
going to do it, dude.
man.
Hey, you did the right thing.
Wait,
'cause
why
he
did
would
you
not-
say you're going against? You love him.
no, like I almost took Sky Moore,
Oh, I see.
Oh,
and I
think-
think
I think-
I don't know what that does for me.
I think Pacheco's
Right.
smarter there with CEH. I think that was a great pick.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
thought about Sky Moore, but I don't.
although
I don't-
I'm less impressed with the CH pick than before. So
Why? Because Less dedication?
I mean
take?
now you have like the safety net behind it. So it's like
The safety net.
yeah, when you took CH, I had to admit like it did take some cojones, and I was like, wow, okay, that's bold strategy, Cotton. See how it works out, and now that like it doesn't matter how it works out because you got the handcuff, I'm less interested.
average nut gang, rise up.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Ooh. Oh wow,
Kobe.
dude.
That's a nice pick.
Yeah.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Unbelievable.
Don't hate that one.
Oh.
O'Reilly.
Juice.
Auto parts.
Ow. That's some juice down
Yeah,
there.
well, I mean, it's just like a fixture, like he'll probably be a fixture in my flex.
Oh, I hate him.
I won't want him there. I don't
No.
like him at all. I think it's gross, but I
Solid.
think that he'll get like 8 points pretty regular in PPR, and I'll take that. I'll I like checking that off the list.
Right.
And a lot of my other picks have been kind of upside, so it's nice to get somebody in there. Do a little Johnny tradition. Pick a dilapidated wide receiver late because it gives you 8 points or something.
Wow,
Algier
dude.
I wanted to just I think Eric Zuber, Easy Daddy came in. Love you very much. Thank you for the support
Yeah.
there. But I did just want to take a moment to highlight this gem of the draft for me, how good this feels. 'Cause I was
Yeah.
sitting there thinking on the turn at the coming into it's my 8th round pick, and I'm in the second to last drafting position, the penultimate position. And I
Nice.
look at my opponent, who's going to be drafting after me, Smitty Satao, and I notice he doesn't have any quarterbacks. He has no quarterbacks yet drafted. And I look at the pool of quarterbacks, and I had always planned on taking a ceiling play along with Aaron Rodgers, who I see as just a really solid, steady, coming off 2 MVPs seasons, but obviously loses Devontae Adams, and we got some question marks, but I think he's going to be okay. I want to be able to swing for the fences, though. So I wanted Justin Fields, but it was like, should I take him now or on the backside? And you notice the guy, Smitty Satao, does not have a quarterback yet. He maybe is going for it. And then to get that confirmation makes me feel smart, which makes me feel like I deserve love. And that makes me feel great. So, woo!
You didn't need to make that pick to deserve love, but I'm happy that that's how it went for you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. I was joking, kind of made it real now. But
we like to have fun around here.
no, but
All right, so
We try.
I wanted to check back in on the quarterback situation and see who's kind of just screwed right now. And it looks like it's Smitty Satao with Trevor Lawrence. Now, I'm not saying it can't happen. Simo also with Tua. I love how Pizza Belly takes Josh Allen and then watered down Josh Allen, Daniel Jones.
Dude needs a backup.
Jay Blizzy with the Kirk Cousins pick. Let's take a look at Jay Blizzy's team here.
Ooh, that's
Hey, look
Oh,
at that.
yeah.
I think Stroph's not on auto anymore. He's looking at his awesome
Oh,
team
yeah.
right now.
He's probably, oh my God, his eyes have got to be
dude.
bleeding right now.
He's probably like, what
Yeah,
is
you
going
Kidding me?
on?
The Bills, a second quarterback. He's like, can I drop?
My team is awesome.
Can I drop Matt Stafford right now?
I was gonna.
Dude,
If
Jay
Matt
Blizzard.
Stafford had still been there, I would have not taken Justin Fields in the 8th.
If who was still there?
If Stafford had still been there at my pick.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. It's a fair point. All right, let's see who he picks after seeing his hideous roster. Nah, it's not too
The
bad.
man is
Actually,
back. It's okay. Right.
it's all right. I mean, I wouldn't want it, but yeah.
Hill and Thielen are fine running or fine wide receivers.
Herbert's
Henry's
good.
your number. You only need one running back. He might have the best pure running back in the game.
Only need one.
Jacobs
Only
and
need
Hunt.
one, dude.
off the bench.
Only need one.
He's got a great defense.
We're about to get into the real nitty gritty.
Yeah, dude, it's about to get nasty.
It's like last round at this time we were talking about opening the fridge. Bro, now we're like we're
Opening
kidnapped.
the
We're down in
freezer,
somebody's basement, and it's just whatever they throw us at this point.
Yeah, dude.
That's where
he
we're
gave
at.
up and went on back on auto. He said, "I'm out. I'm out."
Hey, Strofe came back, took one look at the player pool, and said, "Fuck it, I'm out."
He said, "I don't even know any of these players.
Oh, I love
I'm out.
it, dude.
I'll let the auto picks keep coming."
Oh, Scott coming for you here, Austin. He says, Fields. For God's
I
sake,
love
why
this.
would you draft a QB whose lead receiver is a 7th rounder and
likes him.
whose second is a tight end who didn't score a touchdown last season? And their O-line
O-line
sucks? Question mark.
Yeah.
I mean, do I really got to say it out loud?
Well, I immediately looked at his roster where he's got Michael Thomas, like decrepit old Keenan Allen, Mike Thomas, who is he going to play football ever again? DeAndre Hopkins, who can't even take roids right. Russell Gage, who's like buried on the depth chart now because Julio Jones got signed. I'm like, are you really coming for that smoke? Barkley, like your team is hyper fragile here, buddy. Penny.
Fragile expialidocious, dude.
I don't know. It's a little fragile. That's all.
It's,
I mean, I love Saquon. You're not, of course.
It's for G.
It's a fair question, though. It's a fair still question with Justin Fields. It is a very fair question, and it's why he's available this late. A guy who's this fast and this athletic, taken in the first round, coming into his second year, is going this late. Why? For all the points that Scott just mentioned. Like, he doesn't have a great core of wide receivers. We don't know if his coach likes him. We don't know what the game plan is going to be. But when you look at some of the question marks, I'm actually there are question marks with Justin Fields that, like, as long as it's not worst case scenario, it's going to be okay. And even last year, which was so bad, and I think it's easy to make a case Justin Fields is coming into a better situation this year than he came out of last year, and he still had 20-point games like scattered throughout the season. So, like,
bro, Strove's team is an absolute train wreck.
Everything you were talking about was amazing, Austin, and I
Thank
listened
you.
to every detail.
I had to
But
go off
the
camera
whole
because I
time
was
we were
dying.
laughing because he went another tight end, and I couldn't. They started laughing, and then I saw it, and then I started laughing. But oh my god,
Oh man, that is rich.
That is
Oh, Jay Blizzy with the McGallop pick, man. That's a nice pick. I had him in my queue. He's not going to be if he's not going to be on the pup, man. I think Gallup's a solid pick. That's one of these late risers for me. Him, Darrell Henderson, some of these guys that things aren't looking so great for the counterparts coming out of the preseason. I think Gallup's a nice ad there.
yeah, it's not a bad one for sure.
Oh.
Ham sandwich.
Oh my
I don't
god.
even
I was like, KJ Hamler.
I don't even care who falls to me now. I just want to see Strauss' team every round.
Yeah.
It gets better and better.
Bro, that was so fucking funny when he came back. Saw his team.
Looked at the fit and said, "Screw it, dude. I'm out of here."
Because there's no way the
I
auto
literally-
logo would have changed if he.
Yep.
I literally got done saying like all the things that how bad the pool was, and then he did that.
Bro, that was
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll go. Do I get them both here?
No, dude, you're not going to get them both. You're only going to get one.
What do we do with Brian Robinson, man?
Yeah, I don't think you can draft.
You draft him. You draft him. You put him on your bench all year.
Bro, if you're trying to dodge bullets,
Yeah,
I don't know if Brian Robinson's the guy to take.
Oh, Travis
Dude,
wanted
sorry,
to do
is
it.
that too soon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Travis.
No, it was good. I was just trying to. I was really deep in my thought process. It was a good joke.
Yeah,
It's
that was
funny.
Yes.
Ooh, Nico Collins. I like that pick.
Nico Collins was my fallback plan. if my fucking boy wasn't there still. Yes.
Wait, did Sky Moore go?
No,
Yeah, I took him actually. He fell all the way to me.
Oh yeah, he went
Yeah.
all the way over there.
I
was
you
like,
know
I
where
don't
my
think Sky Moore was available. Yeah,
I like Mecole Hardman. You know this, and in the last couple of days
You know
and weeks,
this?
like his stock is going up, and we're not really talking about it.
Yeah.
I love the most recent report on Sky Moore. When they were talking about where he's been lining up, and they're like, "Oh, Sky Moore might become the new Mecole Hardman as Mecole Hardman moves into the Tyreek role." I'm like, "Let's get that back going." Yes, yes. And we don't know, but with Juju's ailments, MBS's ailments, Mecole Hardman's not bad, and he had over 100 yards and a touchdown in the last week of the season with Patrick Mahomes last year. I'm here for it. I'm okay.
You're just getting all the Chiefs players this draft. Is what you're doing.
They are a good football team, so
That's
well
true.
coached, really good offensive line, really good quarterback.
Ooh, Alec Pierce. I don't hate that pick.
Scott, dude, we were talking crap on Allen like a half hour ago. Did you just come back with this? Did you put your reading glasses on? Had to go look up these stats here. He says Allen led all receivers in red zone receptions and 4th in red zone targets. Williams was 11th in targets and 54th in red zone receptions. Oh, I'm glad you feel good about the players you drafted.
That was Allen was also potentially going to be traded this offseason. So, and Mike Williams was signed to a massive contract.
Sounds like the answer is Josh Palmer.
Ooh. Is
Could
he
be.
available? Are you going to take him?
He is available.
Ooh. Don't drop any names, dude. What's the score? Show us the score.
Don't say any names. The juice is loose, dude. You got Jarvis Juice Landry.
Oh. Hey.
Jersey J gave me a shout. Said, nice pick, Austin, in the chat here. I don't know. It feels so. I don't know. Such a weird take when the guy who takes the guy is like, I don't like it. Why'd you fucking take him, dummy?
You should just drop him. You should just drop him.
Thank you. Thank you, Jersey J.
So we were in the couples league last night, and I'm DMing Johnny on the side a little bit, making fun of people taking players, Cassie goes, "Oh, it's really cool how you guys are like elitists and just make fun of other people and their draft picks." And I was like, "Oh yeah," kind of made me feel bad about it. I was like, "Yeah."
I mean, Josh Jacobs was taking the first
Boom,
round.
baby. We're going HBO Hard Knocks bump for my boy Jamal.
What?
I don't worry about you, Jamal. I don't worry about you. You're good.
Yeah, dude. I don't worry about that, dude. It's all you saw who the elite running back is. You heard.
Hey, dude, if you're gonna piss like a puppy, then stay on the porch.
Exactly.
Let the big dogs eat.
You heard Deuce Staley say you have the makings of the best running back in the NFL.
Yeah, potential's unrealized all the time, Johnny. People have the makings to be something that they're not all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, ask Sammy Watkins.
I mean,
Over under.
Oh,
80
Easy
yards.
Daddy says he's not available. Josh Palmer is back home because
Oh.
Easy Daddy took him over there.
Oh,
Nice KJ Osborne pick, Johnny. That's who I was in between, but
thank you.
I
I
already
was
have.
worried. I was
needed
worried
some,
you were gonna.
Like
I was
Osborne
worried
there.
you were gonna take him. I was like,
So over under Sammy Watkins 100 yards week 1.
oh,
We're playing Minnesota. They've got god awful secondary. So can I push?
I mean, over.
yeah,
so-
maybe over.
Like,
yeah. I'd probably say over.
Week 1 king, man.
He is.
there's a decent. Okay, it's okay. If you're giving me even odds over under 100 yards, I'm going under. But I'm not surprised at all if it ends up happening. Aaron Rodgers is going to throw for more than 200 yards in that game, I assume. And I think Sammy's going to see a lot of playing time. And he very well could be better than Alan Lazard. I don't think he is, but we haven't seen him go head to head with each other. So it could happen. And I feel confident saying that Sammy Watkins is probably better at football overall than Randall Cobb is. So that might be too much, but I feel okay with it. So like,
I like it.
Sammy Watkins
I like
got a
it.
decent shot week 1.
How old is he?
Watson's still
Is he hit 30 yet? Has Watkins hit 30?
29, just under.
Just a bit outside.
not a lot of tread on those tires because he misses so much time. But,
So I was told, and I would like to get your guys' opinion. Not a lot of tread on the tires is actually the wrong way to use that phrase, because you want more tread on the tires, because that's how like if they have less tread, then they're used. You know what I mean?
not a lot of tread on the tires.
Yeah. So we use it all the time. I've used it countless times, but I think that we've all been using it wrong because you want tread on the tires.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've heard it as saying like this.
And that's why I was talking about Sammy Watkins.
Homie's got some tread.
Yeah, dude. Tread for days. Tread lightly.
Got a lot of tree on that tire.
Yeah, that's the saying. Huh? Good one, Ron.
How are we going to fill out 5 more rounds of picks?
Oh, I've got so many guys. My
Bro, it always
it
ends up
goes
happening.
deep, dude. Goes deep. Oh, Cat's Pajamas. Reigning champ takes Brian Robinson. Says I'm stashing him.
Yeah, shout out to Cat's Pajamas, TCP, reigning champ,
50
and
Cent.
Jay Blizzy, also a former champ. Back at it.
Yes.
Drafting back-to-back to each other, too.
Ooh, the champs are in the middle. Little champ sandwich.
Robinson. Did he just get shot?
Yes, he did.
By
Jay.
the dip.
By
the
the
dip.
By the dip.
By the dip.
Yeah.
Donnie, you were giving us a little bit of insight, though. Your mom is a nurse, right? And you were talking about like a soft tissue injury versus a ligament damage, possible impacts.
Yeah, I
from a
mean, if
gunshot and the recovery intervals.
Yeah, if it hits bone or ligament, I think it's at least like a 6-month recovery. I mean, but soft tissue should, probably 4-6 weeks, I'm guessing. I mean, I just talked to her a little bit and she was like, "What? Why are you asking me this?" And I was like, "Oh, just tell me." So,
What happened to Brian? No, you don't know. It's fine.
Your friend Brian, what?
Ooh, Donnie, nice pick with Samir. I was going back and forth between him and Landry.
thank you. I'm glad he fell to me. I don't know. I don't like Josh Jacobs, and I've liked Zamir White since his college
Oh, what's
tape.
up, Calvin?
Brocal asking if we're going to rank tonight's teams or nah. What do we think?
I mean, honestly, guys, like I told
I'm
you,
down.
I'm not making any content. This is me just drafting right now. I care about this league. I'm having fun with some of my favorite human beings on the planet. Everybody in Whisper Nation, the 3 of y'all. This is just straight up fucking fun, man. So I like looking at everybody else's team too. I don't know if we're
Hell yeah,
able to
Yeah,
do
I'm
that,
down.
but
I'm down for sure.
it's one of the traditions we do. Like, I'd actually love to hear people's live draft traditions if you got any. Our league of record, which Johnny, Travis, and I are going into year 12 or 13 with. A college started draft. Still some friends from high school that are in it too. Johnny and our friend Christopher Thomas, they got it started, and they've known each other since Johnny was in 8th grade and Chris was in 9th grade. And so anyways, it goes back. And we've got some really, really solid in-person live draft traditions that we do. Like, I could talk all day about them, but I would like to hear some of yours. The one that brought this to mind, and the last thing I'll say on this one, is at the end of our live draft, which we do in person at a location of the winner's selection, and it's got to go through some filtration processes, but we pick a location based on the winner, wherever they want to go. And after we're done with our draft, we do press conferences where you'll go and you'll break down your own team, and then everybody asks you questions, and it's a good old time.
Good old grand time.
Johnny has the confession booth that he launches too, has done in years past, where he'll set up a camera system in a closet, and then everybody goes in there and submits an OnlyFans video, and we make a lot of money over there.
He sets up a camera in the toilet, and
we don't tell anybody, but no. No, he sets up the confessional booth in there, and we go in and talk before our draft what we're aiming to do and what our plan is. And then we usually do an event.
We
And
should
Johnny
make
spends 4 hours editing, and then it's
Let's
a
make
really
a
fun video.
soundboard of all the sounds from Johnny getting sniped in the last 3 rounds.
Literally-
Dude, God.
No, I literally had
Tell 'em to sleep.
I had literally Alex's, then Death by Rona, then I did have Mo Ali. I had all 3 of those guys in my queue
Wandale would
out
have been
of-
nice. I was
out of
looking at him
10.
too.
I know. That's who I was gonna go in this 12th round was Wandale, but
I also agree
Not anymore.
that Jersey J got good F equals value on Goff.
I don't hate it.
Agree.
Good
Yeah, I like
F
Goff
equals
there.
that.
Goff was going to be my backup quarterback later on. I wasn't going to take him anytime soon.
Goff has been a number 6 overall quarterback. Yes, it was with the Rams, but last season, 19 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 3,200 passing yards. You don't love it, but I do like the improvements to the pass catchers around him. I like year 2 in the system. I don't see a world where 27-year-old Jared Goff does worse than he did last year. And if he does, we already know he's got the potential to hit 30 touchdowns. He's thrown for over 4,600 yards twice. It's not bad.
Yeah, Irv Smith looked good.
Ooh, Irv Smith. Hey, cat.
Motherfucker, Johnny. God damn it, dude.
Sorry I had to do that.
You didn't have to do shit.
Well, actually, I did. I had to make a pick, or else it was gonna auto pick.
Then let it auto pick.
Getting down to the
Ronald
nitty
Jones
gritty.
is actually interesting because even if he gets cut, be like, what if he signs with like the Chargers or if he signs with like the Eagles or something?
Would you rather sign Ronald Jones or Sony Michel if you were a team in need?
I would rather sign Sony.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I think so. The way he's kind of flamed out in Kansas City kind of worries me. Like, because like he was doing okay in like relief work in Tampa Bay, but Kansas City's kind of like, nah, we're not interested.
It's like no
I'm
wonder
like,
they
okay,
let you go.
Yeah, yeah. It's like maybe Jones has lost his mojo. Rojo lost his mojo.
Rojo, no more mojo, dude.
You keep your mojo. Give me your baby.
Marlon Mack, all the way in the 12th. What a steal.
Yeah, I love third string Houston running backs, man. They're great.
Dude, what does it do for Marlon Mack?
I had thought about
No,
go
ahead. Sorry.
I almost took Marlon Mack here, but I was like, Marlon Mack to me is when we talk about the handcuff situation, and there's a lot of opinions on this.
Mhm.
Well, there's really not. There's only like I like handcuffs or I don't, and most people don't. But I am somebody who has invested a lot of time and thought and wasted picks and also had successful picks with handcuffs. And I feel like I'm able to see a little bit of nuance in it. And I try to bring that forward drafting players. And like, if you pick up Dameon Pierce because you think he's good and you think he's going to be the starting running back, Marlon Mack, though, is not a handcuff I want to get. Now, of course, if you don't hate players, you hate ADPs. And so if he's available super late and there's nobody else you like, and if it makes sense and there's literally no one with upside you want to else bring, fine. But like, I don't think Marlon Mack being the starting running back for the Texans is going to be very good. Like for you.
No, like if you get to that point where you have to start Marlon Mack because he's the starter, you might as well pick somebody off waivers.
Right, exactly. Because
that's where I think the dichotomy is now. Where I think you have a point in handcuffing is like a Pacheco. If Pacheco's the guy, and to CEH, that's the big thing. Is we're playing the if game,
right? Because
what could happen if CEH goes down is it's a full
Donald
split
Jones
between Pacheco and McKinnon. Like maybe they give Pacheco all the short down and distance, and then McKinnon's the passing down. So that's what happens more times. That's why the numbers
Ronald
are
Jones,
against.
even still.
Yeah, exactly. Or if you look at Tennessee last year, we thought we knew the backup, and it ended up being Donta Foreman late. Dontre Hilliard mixed in. We thought it was Chuba Hubbard in Carolina. It didn't really matter.
Yeah.
So like, there's just these instances where we think it's this guy. We don't get it as crystal clear when we get somebody like Madison or Tony Pollard or these guys that have done enough to be the guy when they replace him.
Exactly. And then the other add-on to that is sometimes, don't reach for him, but if you're in that situation where there's two effective running backs on the same team and they also do well fantasy-wise, like, whether it's a Deonta Foreman and a Tevin Coleman back in the day, or an Alvin Kamara and a Mark Ingram a little bit ago, or in present day, Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. Like, if you get both of them at cost, I don't think that's a bad take, because like A.J. Dillon has a ton of upside just straight up on his own. And Aaron Jones is a perennially an RB1. And we've seen with both of them, though, when either one goes down, the other one just skyrockets to that, RB1 tier for A.J. Dillon and that elite tier for Aaron Jones. It's like you can have a back end RB1 and a strong RB2 with them both there, which is good, right? Like, who else is going to the A.J. Dillon category? Another RB2, right?
Yeah,
but it works out so well for your situation.
Yeah, we get like few opportunities to get that, like the old New Orleans Mark Ingram, Alvin Kamara. We're going to get that, I think, in Green Bay, where you got A.J. Dillon. And then if one goes down, then you've got nuclear possibility.
I want to throw in this little last bit on this, because it's actually kind of a fresh thought on the handcuff situation. And most of the times when we have insightful, cutting edge takes on handcuffs, they're coming from like pretty hardcore analysts, right? And as we brought on a lot of exceptional analysts this year on TFW Live, we have also asked those analysts, do you root for your NFL team or your fantasy team more? How many leagues are you in? We get the answer from some of them that I don't even play in any leagues anymore. They're like, I am purely a part of the ethos and the energy, and all I do is crunch numbers, make spreadsheets, give you advice on which players to pick up, betting props, whatever, those kinds of things. And while that certainly has a ton of value, and there's a lot of analysis and insights that come from it, there's a difference between like building all of your spreadsheets and starting a starting roster in the league you care about most. And you can only start as many players as you have available on your roster. And so like you might have all of these whatever dudes lower down, but if you've got the handcuff to your RB1 and that guy goes down, filling that hole now with that handcuff means a lot. And so like if you're really caring about one league, there is some extra value in it. Is it going to make your projections go through the roof, picking up any kind of reasonable handcuff? No, it's not. But you don't play for projections. You play for wins.
Speaking of handcuff, I just got Deonta Foreman for Christian McCaffrey, baby. Oh, yeah. Super exciting.
Wait, you were able to get him pretty. He was on my queue. It's way down there.
Yeah.
I had
enough to get.
I had CMC in the listener league last year, Donnie, and I went with Chuba as he was okay. Like Chuba came in and filled in all right for all those missed games CMC had.
Yeah. It looks like none of us have a kicker or defense yet. We all went the same strategy. It's usually my strategy. In my only money league last year, I got rid of kickers and defense, and it was really nice.
It's a good strategy to go with.
I thought you were going like, that's a beta move.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Kickers and defenses are alpha moves. Gotta dust off these old defense tiers here.
Right? Ooh, Patriots, that's a good one.
Should I accept this trade from Death by Rona now?
Yeah.
Just swap teams completely? Do we like this team?
Damn it, dude.
Oh, my cat. No, Mishak.
Oh, Mishak.
Elite.
Ooh. I had to get my guy.
Matt Prater, dude.
Yeah, dude. Had to. I didn't want to, but then I was like, well, really, all of my queue that of players is pretty much soaked up. So why not? Big Travi's gonna get Davis Mills, dude, and in the next round 14. Oh, sorry, 15. I mean, sorry, can't say anything. Don't say. Name drop.
You could shut up.
You shut your mouth. Brian McManus, dude, let's ride. Said
Broncos
Broke Out.
country.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Let's ride. Let's ride. Okay, one more time. Broncos country. Let's ride. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Oh man. Jeff Wilson.
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 Go starting running back for the 49ers.
RB1.
Look at Smitty says, I'm grabbing Mills.
Yeah. Yep, dude. He wants to snipe one of our players. Finally does it round
Look
14.
at Ronald. Oh, we'll see.
Oh,
Shouldn't
see
have talked about
that.
Davis Mills. Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
dude, round 15. Sniped.
Oh, sniped me, dude. Sniped me.
It's like I had to get you back at least once.
See? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Told you. Do I hate? I gotta like these are things are gonna get weird this season. Things are gonna get weird.
Get a little bit high. I can get a little bit
low.
Who
Who you gonna draft on this show?
I don't know.
Dude, God bless who's ever listening to the audio at this point. When you
Right.
get there,
We appreciate
this is
you.
gonna be
We
Dontrell
promise
Hillier, dude.
next year will be better, or next show will be better.
Next year, dude.
Yeah.
We're just starting the new season.
He's
I'm already
real,
done, dude.
dude.
We're out.
Already
We're
throwing
out.
the towel.
We're out. Oh my goodness.
So you went that strategy again, Austin. No kicker and / or defense to see who's
No kicker,
Oh,
no
he's got-
defense, no tight end,
Oh,
no
tight end
water,
either.
no
never,
glove, no
never
paint.
sleep. Always
Oh,
eat.
dude.
Never wipe. Always shit.
I lift. I do bench 7 days a week.
I don't do leg day. Never
I know.
legs.
Always bench.
Always bench, dude. Well, I don't think that Brocal's going to take a second kicker, so I think I'm going to get my kicker here. It's not like my kicker, but he's the kicker I want to take right here.
Rodrigo.
No,
Going gay.
I'm going gay. Huh? Gay?
Get him.
Yeah.
What's up,
Because
easy
I
guy?
got.
Because I
Brocal with OBJ.
Oh,
So Brocal with the Watson and OBJ picks here. He's playing for the playoffs, huh?
He's playing for the.
Got to
Will
make
he
it there,
Will he
Brocal.
even make it there? I don't know. He's got to
Tune in, find out.
How long till he drops Beckham or Watson?
I don't think he'll drop Watson.
Someone, yeah, someone's
He won't
probably
drop
gonna
Watson.
He's
trade.
going to keep Watson.
Someone's
I think
gonna
he'll
trade
keep
for him.
him,
Yeah.
Now I think the wise move on anybody who picks up Watson, and I wish I would have done this with Michael Thomas when I drafted him last year, is as the season starts going and you start to get a little bit of hype about he's coming back, his value goes up every single week. His return timeline gets closer. But we saw his first return to action, and it was preseason, sure, but it was bad. And this dude hasn't played NFL football in years, and now he's playing for what has perennially been one of the worst franchises in the NFL. I'm not sold on the weapons. I'm not sold on the coaching. I'm not sold that whoever is quarterbacking for the Browns is set up for success. So we look at Deshaun Watson and we say the MJ of football coming in. He's elite at so many things he does. Give me a top 5 quarterback. You don't know he's going to be a top 5 quarterback. It's hard to play. It's the hardest position to play in possibly all of sport, to play quarterback.
That's an interesting thing. So sell him at his hype.
Yeah, I'd sell him 2 weeks before sell him in week 9.
I think that's an interesting case. I think if you are a contender, Bo, you could do both. I think you could do that too. The other thing is we're kind of fortunate. You're fortunate if you took Watson. We're not fortunate with Watson, but you're fortunate if you took Watson that he's going to have at least a couple games to get tuned up for the playoffs. So if that was your play, you'll have some time to fill that out. But then, to Austin's point, it might be too late. You see 3 goose games or 3 shitty games. You're like, well, this was for nothing. This burned a hole in my roster the whole year. I've generally stayed away from him, except for in Scott Fishbowl, where I took him just as kind of, the big tournament play style. I wanted to have some nuclear power for the playoffs.
Also, we didn't know exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. We were playing for the 6th game, which was the initial one.
Right.
And then if that happens, then you're sitting a little bit better. But yeah, that's an interesting point. Him and Hopkins, and you know what I mean? Hopkins is another one where I'd be interested in sit on him for 4 weeks and then maybe sell at the hype if you can before he comes back. Because we've talked about this too. Hopkins was decent last year, but it was a lot on touchdowns. He wasn't seeing the target volume that he saw before when he was in Houston. He was living on some touchdown variance. So I'm not so sure that with the new weapons, Marquise Brown, Zach Ertz, fully acclimated, that Hopkins is going to come back and hit the ground running. Now he's a dude, he's an alpha, he's a dog, but that doesn't mean that he's necessarily going to be exactly what you pay for, right? Or your old expectations.
And someone might be willing to pay for that.
Those old expectations. Yeah, exactly.
So someone's going to trade you 95% of what he's done. You're like, oh, I'm taking a little bit of a discount because what if he's better than he's bad? No, that's what you sell him on. Yeah. And if it happens, you're like, cards came up shit for me because it's just not likely to happen. And if you play the odds, you can build $1 trillion empire. And that's all that Vegas has done. It's just playing the steady odds 51% of the time and just keep rolling.
You never go broke taking a profit. Don Flicked with the total fuck machine took Rodrigo Blankenship here.
Yeah, man.
Anybody that shows up to the stadium in Heelys. Oh man, dude.
Wait, he did?
Dude. It's just another chapter in the book that is the great Rodrigo Blankenship.
I do like
rolled up to the stadium in Heelys and whipped out his massive hog and just said, this guy retired Adam Vinatieri, dude.
Come
on.
In 2002, 2003, only cool kids wore Heelys, so
yeah. What would be best is if it lit up too, if you have the light up Heelys.
I got a feeling I know where Donnie was at back in 2002.
Oh, look at Cheap Lizzie with the big brain Will Fuller pickup here. Where's he land? Where's he going? Dude, Will Fuller should go to Dallas. That would be fucking.
Yeah, I like the Josh Kelly pick here by Pizza Belly. Kind of shocked.
Josh Kelly. Yeah, Josh Kelly.
Yeah. Especially because the rookie is hurt right now. I think he is.
Yeah, where did Spiller go in this draft?
Spiller's hurt, and he was looking to be the number 3 anyways.
That's a
well.
At least he's not Algier. Algier's like the 8th running back on the roster. So
yeah.
Oh, dude, I hope this makes it to me, dude. My big brain pick of the draft here
coming up.
Yeah, it's coming up, dude.
Take it, Johnny. Swipe it.
Johnny Wood, dude.
Swipe it, Johnny.
I don't think I'm gonna go a little weird here.
Oh fuck, dude! I am not any less nervous about this now.
Just wait 40 seconds to build up the pressure.
There's two things I could do here.
Yeah, there's a million things you could do, dude.
Well, I'm trying to. What do I want to do?
Pizza Belly says he almost took Likely. Likely's another good one. That's another fun one. I already have 15 tight ends, so start them all.
Yeah, man.
A little bit louder now.
I like Likely if they. I wish they'd give him some dual. Ooh, I like that one. That's a good one, Johnny.
Oh.
Nice.
The thing I like about Likely most is a meme someone posted of how many interceptions would Drew Lock have if he started the whole season, and it showed a picture of Likely, and it said Likely 80.
Yeah, that one's good.
That's funny. That's good.
That picture's been kind of circling around.
Yeah. Huntley. All right.
Hey.
I've got one pick. I don't even care. I really hope Rocal doesn't take the person that I just have pulled up because I don't want to. I would get sniped right here. Oh, he didn't. Okay, we'll just be done. Boom.
Oh, Malik.
Oh, Malik, huh?
He looks impressive, man.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
He does.
Ooh,
Malik Willis could be who we hope Justin Fields would be, like really quick.
I like that. Sudden.
Yeah, Malik Willis.
There we have it.
Dude, I'm actually like turned on in a platonic way by Malik Willis's sidearm action.
Yeah.
Like it's been a highlight on all the little like Instagram reels and all the Twitter videos, but it seems like it's an actual adjustment from him. And I can't really recall a ton of people who are able to adopt multiple arm throws like in this like as is, but then to be able to pull off the right one. I mean, we talk about decision making. I don't know if he's getting lucky or it's just been some good videos or whatever. But even the latest one, it's looked good. He looked like he's had great arm control and
fun.
There's some trouble here.
We could talk about Austin's third quarterback and 16th round pick for the rest of the show, but we're going to talk about some people's teams here. So we did it.
Yeah,
16
man.
rounds, a 16
it.
teamer. Absolute, and only an hour and a half. That's all this thing took.
Mr.
That's
Nation,
not bad at all, dude.
that's
right.
Dude. All right. So first of all, Jersey J saying that he loves his team. Not a surprise. Scott, though, coming in, hate my team.
Oh,
That's the first.
fresh take.
Love that.
love that.
To which Ronald says, so do I. I love my team, but hate Scott's, that is. So,
yeah.
Some good
The
stuff
winner
there.
of this whole draft is Strofe, 100%. I want to trade his team.
I would not have.
I'm going to offer him a trade.
I would not have taken Kelsey Mandrews if I knew I could get Gesicki and Albert O later. The way that he stacked them like that, that is just that is pure sex right there. So, no, we'll start over here. Johnny, why don't you talk about Matt? Or you know what? We're going to do your quadrant here. What do we have? 16. There's 4 of us, so we'll do 4. So Donnie, you've seen how we break these down. Just break down Matt Deshawn's team, Strofe's team, then Rona's, and then we'll get to yours last in your quadrant here.
Awesome. All right. Highlight it for me.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. For his running backs, he has Jonathan Taylor. 101. That's what I would have gone. James Robinson, Henderson, and Davis. A little weak on running back, but we only need to start one running back, so it's not bad at all. And I think, I'm huge on Robinson. I wanted him right there. Honestly, I wanted Claypool than Robinson, so kudos to him there. His wide receivers, he got Mike Evans, who you guys were saying you were high on, right? I mean, he scared me a little bit. That's why I went Pittman, but he's been over 1,000 yards how many seasons in a row, right?
Yeah, every year.
Yeah. Kirk, Lazard, who some people are high and low on. He went Jahan Dotson, Paris Campbell, who I think is that Johnny's guy?
Yeah.
Johnny, you're high on Campbell.
From me, dude. I was planning on grabbing him, and then he got stolen.
And then
he grabbed
Duvernay
a lot of
Westbrook.
his dudes here. I mean, Kirk and Lazard, I did not see going right there.
Yeah, he sniped me Kirk right there also, so thank you for that. He got Darren Waller as his lone tight end, which, if healthy,
Risky biz.
he's a top. Yeah, definitely risky, but healthy, top tier tight end. And then he went the double defense route, elite. He wins it for me right there. And then, Harrison Butker. Am I saying the what?
Yeah, do you think it's a play? You think it's on the bubble playoff team, contender, or
seeing his first 3 picks make me want to say it's in the playoffs, but I'm going to say he's on the bubble for the rest of his team. I think. I just don't know if he has enough firepower after those 3 picks. But
Yeah,
like I
it'll
said,
be
he
interesting.
did snipe me also. So
I think I'm kind of with you. It's like a bubble team. It's interesting to see what Mahomes we're going to get this year, because you could argue that a more balanced Mahomes would mean like we'll get more consistency out of him. But you know, I think that this team, Jonathan Taylor and Mike Evans, are a sexy start, but the way the wide receivers felt to him, I'm a little bit worried.
yeah, for sure. Now,
All
the
right,
elite
we'll go-
team
yeah.
of Strofe.
Yeah, dude.
This is the most exciting thing I've done in my entire life. I don't know if I can handle it. All right. So, Derrick Henry and Tyreek Hill and Herbert. I mean, okay. I'm going to go running backs first. Sorry about that. Henry and then the elite Jacobs and then Hunt and then Hubbard and then P. Ryan. Awesome. Fantastic. All around great. All around great. Tyreek Hill, Adam Thielen, who has the touchdown upside. I mean, I want that offense. I'm high on Cook. I'm high on JJ. I mean, I would take Thielen there. It's not horrible. Probably better options. And then he won't get Williams, until late October maybe. And then Jamison Crowder, who lost his job to Isaiah McKenzie most likely, and then Randall Cobb, who could, that's Aaron Rodgers' boy.
I was between Cobb and Watkins when I took Watkins in the 13th. So I think Cobb in the 16th, nice little value.
Yeah, it's not bad. And then Herbert, he's my number 2 quarterback, so I can't, harsh on that. Is most people's number 2. And then Stafford, I don't think he needed a second quarterback there, but he went the elite strategy of auto drafting.
Strofe needs to link up with Smitty Satow, who is a Rams fan, who has Trevor Lawrence as a starting quarterback.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
it could be some. Just play matchmaker here.
And then, like you said, you wouldn't have gone Kelsey and Andrews if you could have gotten Gesicki and Albert O that late. So
yeah, if I could have got that stack, I would have been much better off.
Yeah, I'm very jealous of this team. Definitely contender. What do you guys think?
I think this team is out of the playoffs.
Yeah,
I don't.
It's rough. He's got to work magic.
Like the starting lineup is fine. Like Derrick Henry, you like that. Tyreek Hill, you like it. Adam Thielen, you don't hate it. Justin Herbert, you like it. Gesicki, I got to pause. The news hasn't been great. I love his target share last year. The upcoming news has been a little less exciting. The Bills defense, fine. Like, it's not a horrible starting roster, but this is a game of attrition. Like, all of your dudes, like most of your guys are going to get hurt. You're going to deal with some devastating blows. Guys you were so excited about are just gone, Chet Holmgren. Like, it just happens. You know what I mean? And I don't think this team is very well prepared to take the eventual injuries that are inevitable in the game of football.
He's got to work magic on the waiver wires and trades possibly. Rona hates his team, so works the magic.
Yeah,
who knows?
All right, so we'll move on here to Death by Rona. Speaking of the man who hates his team. I guess I'm on the wrong screen here. Hold on a second. There we go. Live TV.
We go. All right. He went the bold strategy of taking Barkley 4th, which Barkley is a talent. So if he stays healthy, I don't hate that pick. I like the Allen pick, but let me start with the running backs again. Sorry about that again. Barkley, then AJ Dillon, and then Rashad Penny, my guy, who I wanted there. And then all the way he waits to Eno Benjamin. It's interesting to see these teams with the 1 RB starting spot strategy. It's not horrible though. Let's see. Keenan Allen. I'm high on Micah Thomas. I think he'll be good most of the year. I know you guys have talked him down the last few episodes, but I don't know. I like it. Yeah. But I don't like the Hopkins pick right after it though. That's 2 bets that you gotta bet on,
Yeah, I just think if you're not gonna go RB heavy, you go wide receiver heavy and maybe some other positions here.
Yeah, it is.
It's tough to you got Gage, who seems to be buried now with Julio and Godwin maybe back sooner. Yeah, and then Watson, who you don't know if he's gonna play or start or what he's gonna get. I love Robinson, but he's gonna be a gadget player. I don't know if you'll see. Well, and Shepard just got activated, so is he still the starting slot receiver now? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that. And then I like Hunter Henry there in that spot. You guys said something about him being hurt again. I didn't hear anything about that, but if he's healthy. I mean, you don't know about Henry, but matching him with the brick hands himself, Ingram, is maybe not the best idea. Yeah, I don't know. I think I would say bubble just because of the question marks. I don't say it's out, but I say bubble.
Yeah, I think, man, it's fragile at the top. So Saquon Barkley, you know, if he gets hurt and Aaron Jones stays healthy and Penny hasn't been a bill of health, like you could be in real trouble here, in my opinion. But
yeah,
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Austin, you want to start this next quadrant off with Easy Daddy?
Yeah,
Here?
Easy Daddy here. The 5th spot, first wide receiver off the board, Justin Jefferson. Picks him up, sticking with his wide receiver core. Jalen Waddle in the 3rd, Pickens in the 7th, Palmer coming back to Canada in the 10th, KJ Hamler in the 11th, Laviska Shenault recently traded there in round 16. Justin and Jefferson and Jalen Waddle, nice couple of wide receivers there. Travis Etienne, he gets in the 2nd. It's his RB1. Chase Edmonds is his RB2, selected round 5. Get some depth pieces in. Jared Patterson, it's on Haskins down in rounds 14 and 15. Ooh, okay. Got some question marks there. No question marks at the quarterback position. Jalen Hurts is his number 1. He gets him in the 4th round. Dawson Knox, tight end 1 in the 6th. Backup tight end, Mo Alley Cox in the 12th. I like his Matt Ryan backup quarterback pick there in the 13th. Okay. 49ers defense round 9. I think he faded a kicker. Nope, Justin Tucker in the 8th. Okay, so we went for the high upside plays in Justin Tucker, 49ers defense. Okay. Travis, what are you seeing here with this Justin Jefferson, Travis Etienne, Jalen Waddle, Justin Hurts?
I think the start is really nice. But when you look at it, he's got to start. So he's got to start 4 flexes, right? And one of them, so it's going to be Edmonds, Pickens, Palmer, and Hamler. That, to me, is where it gets a little bit dicey. Like, you could have faded tight end a little bit longer, got Mo Alley Cox later. You know, and I know Knox can have touchdown upside. That could be big. But now you might be in a situation where you're starting Knox and Mo Alley Cox together because, like, you have to. Yeah, I mean, I think this team, it's really going to depend on Etienne and Edmonds. Can they establish themselves as like legit backs? If they are, you're going to be a monster team. You're probably a playoff team. But I think your floor is really low because of Etienne and Edmonds, right? You know, so, and what you did like structurally throughout it. So I'd say bubble team. I think that's the right answer. If it's like high floor or low floor,
I think so.
High ceiling, low floor.
I do love the reach for Etienne. I think he's going to be amazing. But like you said, his team will rely on those 2 players for sure.
I was looking at it in analysis there, and I was almost having a hard time justifying the Etienne pick as his first running back. And then I looked at who he else could have selected, and it's really Etienne, Breece Hall, or David Montgomery. And for me, those guys, like, take which one you like, and I think Etienne is probably the correct choice from an upside perspective. So there you go. You know.
All right, Jersey J is next.
All right, I'll keep it rolling here.
Yeah.
Jersey J, round 6, or pick overall 6. He gets Eckler as his RB1. Ken Walker in round 7 to be his RB2. TDP, Davis Price with San Francisco, round 11. He gets his first wide receiver, A.J. Brown, round 2, and goes on a little bit of a run. Marquise Brown, round 3. Jerry Jeudy, round 4. Valdez Scantling, round 8. Jalen Tolbert with the Dallas Cowboys, round 9. Corey Davis, round 14, to add to some depth. Trey Lance, the chosen one, in round 5 for Jersey J, and he gets a backup quarterback. Not Jimmy Garoppolo. Jared Goff is the backup for Trey Lance. For Jersey J's squad, round 12, the Rams, he picks up defense-wise in round 13. Younghoe Koo, round 15. Njoku's his tight end. No, Zach Ertz is his tight end. David Njoku's his backup tight end. Cameron Braid is there as well. Okay, Eckler, high upside. A.J. Brown, Marquise Brown, also more upside. Trey Lance, upside. Got some upside picks, then a little bit of stability there. Zach Ertz, but then he's right back to the upside. So this looks like a team that was drafted for upside. That's what I see first off the bat when I look. Johnny, what do you see here with Jersey J's squad in the 6th overall spot? And where you're ranking them?
I think there's some upside there. It's hard. See, here's what's hard is like all these teams, they're going to have massive needs. So it's like really hard, especially with the depth of the roster. So, I mean, I think that this is pretty good. I think the teams that draft in the middle probably have the best overall roster. That has this moment because they're able to go a little bit more balanced. I'm not a huge fan of Jerry Jeudy, but I think that having him as your third wide receiver is pretty nice, or being able to kind of swap him out for MBS or Tolbert. So, yeah, I think it's fine. I'm concerned with Kenneth Walker and TDP as his only other two running backs. Like,
yeah, that was it for me because I feel like you could be dropping those dudes after 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like, maybe not in this league, maybe you're holding on to them, but like it's a situation where like what happens with Walker and then TDP could be absolutely buried. Like they keep Jeff Wilson and then all of a sudden it's like TDP's the fourth string running back. You know, like I have concerns about this route. I love the wide receivers as far as like how many you took. I probably, like, if you're going to take Njoku and Brait later, then just fade Ertz and take another running back. Like, it doesn't matter who. Like, just go take one, you know, at least you have something for depth. Or take Ertz and fade, you know, Njoku later. That would have been my question there.
Yeah.
Where are you guys on ranking-wise? Championship contender in the playoffs, on the bubble, or outside looking in? Donnie, where do you rank Dirty Jersey 25, a.k.a. Jersey J?
It's hard. I think this is I've said on the bubble for all of them, right? Like you said, there's holes in every single one, I feel like. But this is like right on the edge of, I'll say, in the playoffs. The first one, maybe, if it all relies on those three wide receivers and Eckler.
What about you, Travi?
Yeah, I think it's a bubble team. I think we're going to get quite a bit probably of bubbles, but I think it is another one of those high ceiling, or low floor teams that we're looking at with this one.
Professor Ron's with you. What about you, Johnny?
Yeah, bubble for me.
I'm going to give him a bump up. I'm going to go in the playoffs on this one. I think he is actually handled well to take in some of the ebbs and flows as it goes. And as we have said, this squad, this league, you only need to have one running back. So if he's got Eckler, but you do have 4 flex spots, and he's one of the few teams so far that like MVS, even if he's not awesome, should have regular action. His snap percentage should be decent. Tolbert, the same thing. Corey Davis, the same thing. So I just see him with some usable players. And when we've got as many flexes as we do, you're going to have to start people. Like you got to keep going.
Yeah.
So that's it for me. Moving over to the Cat's Pajamas, who picks in the 7 spot, Cooper Kupp. Terry McLaurin is the second wide receiver, round 3. Amari Cooper, round 5. Rondell Moore, round 9. Devontae Parker in the 10th. Donovan Peoples-Jones, round 12. Curtis Samuel, round 14. That makes up his wide receivers. He gets James Conner to be his RB1 in the second round. J.K. Dobbins, round 4. Miles Sanders, round 6. Brian Robinson. I feel like I got a lot of alliteration or that before and after going. I feel like I'm saying, let's say a lot of things. Anyways, J.K. Dobbins, Brian Robinson. That makes up his running backs. Dak Prescott, who he selects in the 7th, is his QB1. No backup there. He's letting it fly. I love it. Cole Kmet, round 8. Picks up the Baltimore Ravens defense, round 13. Philadelphia Eagles, round 15. Robbie Gould, kicker for the 49ers, in round 16. Top thoughts and your overall ranking. Championship contender in the playoffs, on the bubble, or outside looking in. I ended with you, Donnie, last time. I'm coming to you first.
I think this is for sure in the playoffs. I mean, this is the most put together team I've seen so far. The only picks I really don't like early on in the top half would be maybe Cooper and Sanders. Like if you put Pierce or Stevenson instead of Sanders, I would say championship contender probably just from that switch, because I think we're all pretty low on Sanders. Getting Prescott that late, I mean, he doesn't have too many weapons besides Schultz and CD, but he's going to put up a lot of points, I think. And then everyone's high on Kmet late, and he got him there. I'll say solidly in the playoffs, possible championship contender.
All right. What about you, Johnny?
Yeah, I think he's in the playoffs. I think that this team will be he'll have a pretty solid foundation every single week, and there's some upside play there. So I do think that, and it's a little bit more balanced. So as of right now, I'd say that this is in the playoffs for me.
What about you, Travi?
Yeah, it's in the playoffs. I don't think it has quite the ceiling you'd want to see from a team, but in this 16-team format, it's going to make it. It's going to be in the playoffs. It's going to be vanilla every week. Like, I don't really love McLaurin or Cooper, but if they're my second and third wide receiver and I got Cooper Kupp first, great. I don't love Dobbins or Sanders, but I don't have to play them in the first 4 weeks, right? Because I've got James Conner. I just think he set himself up really nicely to weather the storm. Dak Prescott, but it's going to be fine. Cole Kmet, but it's going to be fine. Like, it's going to make the playoffs.
And in this league, being fine actually might be pretty special.
It's going to be good, yeah.
That was my exact way of looking at it there. So let me say it all again in my own words. No, I'm just kidding. We're moving on here now to Jay Blizzy in the 8th spot, who takes Jamar Chase. Let's keep his wide receivers going. He takes DJ Moore round 3, Allen Robinson round 4, Elijah Moore round 5, Brandon Ayuk round 6, Michael Gallup round 10, Will Fuller not yet on a team, but he's on Jay Blizzy's squad, and that'll be fun to seeing maybe where he goes. Will Fuller in the 16th. Leonard Fournette is his RB1. He gets the backup in Tampa Bay, and the backup for his squad are the same one. That is Rachaad White. Raheem Mostert in round 11. Gus Edwards round 13. Okay. TJ Hawkinson is his tight end. He picks him up in the 7th. Kirk Cousins, his QB, round 8. Backup tight end, Robert Tonyan. That's where he went, round 12. I was trying to look at for him. I was like, where did he go? I wanted Tonyan. I couldn't get him because Josh Blizzy picked him up in round 12. Chris Boswell, kicker for the Steelers, round 15. All right. And the Patriots defense, round 14. Okay. This is what we're looking at. I do appreciate his use of how he handled the running back situation here. He gets Fournette. He gets White. He only got to start one. He gets a lot of other guys who are going to be active at other positions, predominantly at wide receiver. So I'm coming to you for top level analysis and your overall ranking, championship contender in the playoffs, on the bubble, outside looking in. Travi, coming to you first.
I would have put this as a contender because I really like the build, and I like what you said there about the handcuff for the one RB you got to start. The problem I have is when you start to go to look at the 4 flexes, you're like, oh, did he get the onesie positions? Is that an advantage? Well, Cousins and Hawkinson, not really an advantage every week. Now, they're going to be fine. They're going to start. You're going to auto-start them. But he's not really looking to win that week with those guys every week. So I think that's where, had he have been able to pick up somebody that could crack, maybe I should walk this back a little. Maybe Hawkinson could crack top 5. I don't think so. And also Cousins could too. If those do, he's a contender. But for me, he's in the playoffs.
How about you, Don?
I would say, Blizzy won 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And Katz won last year. I think by these 2 drafts, you can tell they know what they're doing. And I think this is my second solidifying in the playoffs for sure. I am not very high on Fournette, but knowing he got White as well and only one running back starting, in the playoffs for sure.
Yeah, I'm with you on there. And some of the same comments we made about Cat's Pajamas, the squad. Like, I don't love Cousins. I don't love Hawkinson. But in this 16-team situation, that might just be the floor you need and enough upside at other positions to take you through a really good season. I like Jay Blizzy's squad. I'm not surprised at all. He came in and does what he does. I'm in the playoffs with you guys as well. That's my ranking. Moving on now to Pizza Belly, who picks Dalvin Cook in the 9th spot and gets another running back in round 2, Ezekiel Elliott. Nyheim Hines, round 8. Darrell Williams with Arizona, round 12. Josh Kelly, I love that pick, round 16. First quarterback off the board by Pizza Belly in round 3, Josh Allen. Gets the Josh Allen super light and Daniel Jones. He starts his wide receivers off with Brandon Cooks, round 4. Juju Smith-Schuster, round 5. Robert Woods, round 7. Kenny Golladay, round 8. Marvin Jones, round 11. That's his wide receivers for you. Dallas Goedert is his tight end. He gets him in the 6th round. A little depth at the tight end position. Hayden Hurst, round 13. Shout out to the Hayden Hurst Foundation. Love what you do in support of mental health, which Pizza Belly might need. No, I'm just kidding. That was just a joke. That was an opportunistic joke. I have no idea if it actually.
Yeah.
Bass in the kicker for the Buffalo Bills, round 14. Colts, round 15. Gets that defense. Okay. All right. Donnie, I ended with you. I'm coming to you first. What do you think about Pizza Belly's squad, and is he in the playoffs, championship contender, on the bubble, or outside looking in?
I think I'm going to just say another in the playoffs. You can tell a big difference between these last 3 and the other bubbles, I think, because more balanced. But I think I'm a little biased just because I'm really, really high on Cook. I'm with Johnny, where he has him going being the number 1 running back this year. And then getting Zeke, who, their owner's saying he's in the best shape of his life, and we live or die on Ezekiel Elliott. I think he's going to get the carries. Getting a home run hitter like Cooks, and then I don't like Juju, but Mahomes is a fantastic quarterback. He needs to throw to someone. So I think in the playoffs again.
All right. What about you, Trevi?
I'm going to downgrade it to the bubble. Look, Donnie says that Jerry Jones says Zeke's in the best shape of his life. Well, Jerry Jones puts salt on his McGriddle. So, I don't know if we want that to be the judge for best shape of our life. But, no, I am just personally out on Zeke this year. He burned me. It could be a blind spot. He burned me a lot last year. I'm out on him. The wide receivers, so he waited, obviously. He went 2 running backs and quarterback. And then the wide receivers just don't do it for me. Yes, I know Cook's fine. Juju could be good, but if he's good, I think he's just going to be fine. Like, he's not going to be a ceiling burster for me, even in that offense. Robert Woods, another, could at his ceiling is probably fine. Kenny G, I think, is dusty. I mean, you look at some of the preseason work, he just has not looked good. Marvin Jones, I'd rather have Zay Jones or Christian Kirk in that offense, or Evan Ingram. Like, I just think he's the odd man out. Now, I've been wrong before on that. Darrell Williams looks like he could be a cut candidate. I think you just took, I don't know. For me, like Dallas Goedert, I like. He could be another tier breaker like Hawkinson, but he could be odd man out. It could go A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and then Goddard's odd man out. So I just am not a huge fan of this team. But I will say that I think it's on the bubble still. Like, I think the balance that Donnie spoke about is real. Like, it does have some depth and balance to maneuver, but I'm not big personal on the player takes for a lot of these guys.
I can't. I want to be with you on these ones, and emotionally I am, but the comments shared about TCP's and Jay Blizzy's squad of like the vanilla-ness of some of his picks might be what you need in this squad. I can't say that and then not think about it at least here. Because, like, I don't love Juju Smith-Schuster, but I think he's going to be on the field all the time. And that's just going to make him, like wide receiver 3 is probably his floor. And, like, Woods is probably going to be the top pass-catching option. And, like, I don't like Dallas Goedert. He's just, like, a jag tight end for me, really. But, like, it's not a hole. He's got the best quarterback in the game. He might have the best running back this year. So I see a lot of vanilla-ness and then a couple of pieces that if they do what they're supposed to do, and that's Josh Allen and Dalvin Cook, this is going to be a team that just keeps moving forward, winning games, and takes it deep. So I'm going to go in the playoffs from the same logic. It's on the bubble, flirting with, but I'm going to give them a little bit of a bump.
Yeah.
Moving over to the 10th selection spot with Chris Mo 2413 taking Stephon Diggs and keeps the wide receiver trend going. Deebo Samuel round 2, Deontay Johnson round 3. Hunter Renfrow, round 5. Garrett Wilson, the rookie in New York, round 8. Van Jefferson, round 12. Kenneth Bourne there, round 16. Kendrick Bourne, excuse me. Dalton Schultz, tight end off the board, round 4. He gets Austin Hooper as a backup, round 13. Doesn't get a running back here until Cordell Patterson in the 6th. Takes Melvin Gordon to be his second there in the 7th. Isaiah Spiller in the 11th. Jerick McKinnon in the 14th. Back-to-back quarterbacks, rounds 9 and 10. Tua and Ryan Tannehill. Broncos defense.
Let's ride.
Kicker. Travi, how are you ranking?
Oh, man. I would have loved this team if he would have taken Justin Fields, where he took Garrett Wilson. Like, this team would have been probably in the playoffs and maybe a contender for me if he'd have done that. I have concerns about Tua, but I do like the offense they've built around him. So I do think there is some upside with Tua. So I'm not in on Tannehill this year, but he's been a guy that's like sneakily rushed for a lot of yards and giving you a floor. So he could probably piecemeal it together. They just wouldn't have been the two I would have done late, So that's where I think he's kind of like more of a bubble team. I'm leaning towards playoffs. I like Patterson, especially where you got him. I like Melvin Gordon. Could have done better than Spiller, I think, but McKinnon's a nice pickup later too. And I really love the wide receiver start. Schultz is a very solid tight end with a good floor in this format. Yeah, I think it's a bubble-leaning playoffs team for me.
Okay. Bet you, Donflict.
I love some picks he did, like the Renfrow, Diggs, Samuel. And then other than that, I don't like this team. I don't like it very much. This is my least favorite team, I think, so far.
Whoa.
Love you, Chris.
Oh,
I don't know. I think this is out of the playoffs.
Your ass, dude.
I'm on the bubble.
Like I said, anyone in this league, like, is 16 team. It's such chaos. I fucking love chaos, and this could, be a playoff contender. But for me personally, for this moment in life, out of the playoffs.
I'm a little on the downside. I'm on the bubble ranking here for Chris Mo, and I love Diggs. I like that pick. Deebo Samuel's fun, but it's a question mark, right? Deontay Johnson, I think it's pretty solid. Another question mark there, though. Dalton Schultz is like that. It's like that Logan Thomas, just opportunistic jag tight end who's going to crack the top 6 because he's just in there. But he's probably going to get you a lot of points. It's still probably a fine pick, but I don't think Dalton Schultz is an answer at the tight end position. And you went ahead and took him there. And Cordell Patterson might, like, second half of the season, where is he going to be at? It's a question mark. Same thing with Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon is your most solid running back that you got. Spiller, Kinnan. There's just some other question marks. Tua and Tannehill. You definitely got pieces, and it's here. But I am on the bubble with this squad because I see if some of these pieces fall out, you're in a real tough position at certain positions overall if it doesn't come through. And I don't know if you got enough otherwise to cover what could happen if Patterson doesn't really get the same type of action we saw last year. And then Javonte really takes over instead of Melvin Gordon. So that's where I'm at. Moving on here now, though, to the 11th pick with this is Rasta, right?
No, this is Ron. Professor Ron.
Don't say the players' names.
Just you say them now. He'll never get it.
Cal 38 and the 14th pick. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so Professor Ron, we love you, man. And Joe Mixon is his first off the board. Pick 11. He gets Aaron Jones as his second running back. I like that. Gibson buying the dip, but now he's like just capitalizing on the surge here.
Yeah,
we'll see about that. But Gibson is his third RB, round 4. Tyler Algier, round 9. George Kittle in the 3rd. Russell Wilson in the 5th. And then he gets his first wide receiver, Tyler Lockett, there in the 6th. Treylon Burks in the 7th. Tyler Boyd in the 8th. Robbie Anderson in the 11th. AJ Green in the 13th. Brian Edwards, Atlanta wide receiver, formerly with the Raiders. Round 15, a couple depth pieces I missed. Mac Jones there in the 10th to back up Russell Wilson, and Irv Smith in the 12th to back up George Kittle. He's got Let's Norland's kicker in the 16th, and the Chargers defense for him. Round 14. Travi, what do you see here with Professor Ron's squad? How are you ranking them?
Oh, this is like one of those teams that I'm going to rank him out of the playoffs, but could easily be like a contender when it's time because it could explode. Like Kittle, Gibson, like that start, like it's dangerous, but it's dangerous for a reason because Gibson could be in the doghouse quickly. Kittle could be off the field or just not being targeted by a run-heavy quarterback. All those things, Ron. I know you were dogging on Jersey J for being weak at quarterback. Well, you're relying on that quarterback to be your tight ends, the guy who feeds your tight end. But the biggest thing is I think that the start is great. Like the upside in your start is great. It's the wide receivers for me where it's like Tyler Lockett. Yeah, in best ball, I could see it there. I'm just not really big on Tyler Lockett or the offense. And if I'm going to invest in the Seattle Seahawks, I'm taking DK Metcalf, and then I'm fading the rest. Like I'm not going to take Tyler Lockett. Treylon Burks, look, I know because of the where the wide receiver room is right now that he's going to have to play. I'm not very confident that he's not. I'm more confident that he's more of a project. Tyler Boyd's a nice contingency play. He'll probably be a wide receiver 3 in most leagues. Now, if something happens to T. Higgins, and I actually think that's your best wide receiver pick of those 3. I actually like Tyler Boyd. I think he's got a good floor in PPR. But then Robbie Anderson and AJ Green, okay, whatever. So for me, I just think you're going to be in trouble with some of your flexes. And I think it's an outside of the playoffs team right now, but I could quickly be wrong in 3 weeks if Burks comes on and Lockett does what he does, with Russ.
What about you, Donnie?
I think I'm feeling the same way. When I first looked at it, I was like, oh, maybe in the playoffs, but I don't know. You got to start 2 wide receivers in this league, right?
Yeah.
And I don't feel comfortable starting. I'm a Seahawks fan, diehard, since my whole life almost. And I don't want to start Lockett every week with Geno Smith at quarterback. Even with Russell at quarterback, he was hit and miss. And then Burks, nobody thinks he's going to start hot. I think if he took St. Brown, Bateman, Davis, or Mooney instead of Gibson right there, it would push me from out of the playoffs to on the bubble in the playoffs.
Yeah, you could make a really good point about the Gibson pickup. I'm a little higher on Professor Ron's squad. I'd have him on the bubble in the playoffs there, and it really just comes from, man, in a 16-team squad like this, Aaron Jones and Joe Mixon and George Kittle, that's really solid. If they stay healthy, you've got all top players at their positions. You hear me? George Kittle is an answer at the tight end position if he is playing. Yes, there's some question marks that could come up with Trey Lance, and there's always question marks with his health, but that's football. I love the Russell Wilson pick. I think that elevates his whole squad and can cover some of the room that he created by not investing more heavily in the wide receivers. He needs Gibson to play and play well enough to be like an RB2, and because you're going to be starting 4 flexes. So you're going to be starting Gibson, you're going to be starting a lot of these wide receivers. I'm with Travi on this.
Two of the flexes are accounted for, to your point. Jones and Gibson are locked in as your flex, 2 of your flexes. So really, you've got to figure it out past then. Algier could be a nice piece for him that pushes him over too. Like if Algier takes the job over. But yeah.
I think this is an in the playoffs team just because of how thin everybody's squad kind of is, and everybody's got some holes. I don't hate the holes that Professor Ron has, but I hear you guys' points on this. This is gonna be I can't wait for this year. All right, moving on here to the 12th pick and the 13th pick. We're going in the 14th pick now, where we've got BroCal38 taking Alvin Kamara. That was Johnny and Travis's teams we just jumped over. So BroCal in the 14th selects Alvin Kamara as his RB1. Devin Singletary round 7 is his RB2. JD McKissick round 9, RB3. Ronald Jones in the 12th as his RB4. CeeDee Lamb he selects in round 2. Cortland Sutton round 3. Chris Godwin round 4. Drake London's his wide receiver 5, who gets in the 6th. Nico Collins there in the 10th. Odell Beckham dart throw in the 15th. Joe Burrow is his QB1. He gets him in the 5th round. I was thinking about taking him, but I went with CH instead. He gets Joe Burrow there in the 5th. Deshaun Watson there in the 13th. His tight ends are Pat Freiermuth, who he selected in the 8th, and Tyler Higbee, who he selected in the 11th. Brandon McManus, kicker for the Broncos, round 14. The Dolphins D, round 16. Okay, Donnie, top-level thoughts on how you're ranking BroCal? Championship contender in the playoffs, on the bubble, or outside looking in?
I love his starting positions. Kamara, 1 running back, Lamb and Sutton, 2 wide receivers, fantastic. Burrow, I'm high on Burrow. I think he's going to have a fantastic year this year. Better offensive line. They invested into their biggest weakness. But then 2 of the flexes are, what are the flexes? Godwin and London and Singletary and McKissick.
Or Nico Collins, maybe, but yeah.
Yeah, that stresses me out a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to say in the playoffs, slightly above in the bubble.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you trying to
I would agree with that. I almost made this a contender, but when Donnie started breaking down the flexes, I think that's going to be the case for all of us. It's a quad flex 16 team.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be the case. But I was leaning for contender. The big thing will be Godwin's health, especially to start the year. If Godwin comes back and is ready to go, this is a nasty fucking wide receiver lineup. CeeDee Lamb, Cortland Sutton, Chris Godwin, and then Drake London. Your upside play is just one of your other flexes.
Number one.
Yeah, dude. I think this team could absolutely fuck hard. This team, I love Freiermuth's floor. I love Burrow's ceiling. I think Singletary is underrated. He's at least going to get the start, as the first and second down back, and maybe Cook siphons off stuff. But then I love McKissick in PPR. We know he's going to get work. It's not going to be a bad flex.
He literally has the least amount of question marks in that whole RB room.
Yeah, I think he's pretty solid for going wide receiver heavy to then pick up Singletary and McKissick later. I didn't love the Jones pick, but what if Jones lands with the Chargers? Then this team is nuclear almost, because it's something happens to, so I think it's pretty well done here by BroCal at the 14th spot.
Yeah.
Where do you go,
Yeah, I'm going to go with playoffs and then could be contender.
Yeah. I'm right there with you, Travi. For all the
and
points
then
that you mentioned.
the Beckham pick down there also second.
Yeah, that's another one. If he sits on him, and then also Watson. What if he deals Watson for something nice later too? We were talking about. Yeah, he's got some.
He's got so many playable pieces, and we are so used to in redraft picking up dart throws, later on, and if it happens, if it doesn't, we got to. I know we're only got 2 wide receivers and 1 running back, but we got 4 flexes that are coming, and there's 16 teams in this. It's not going to be easy to put a full starting roster together of guys who are involved starting pieces on their own teams. It's not going to be an easy feat week in and week out, but it's not going to be very difficult for BroCal. He's got these project pieces like Nico Collins, who he's still going to be on the field. Even if he sucks and doesn't break out or doesn't even really drastically improve, you still expect for him to be on the squad. So I think he did well with some of his invest. I don't like Ronald Jones. I'm a little feeling weird about the Odell Beckham play, but I get it. And so I just think really well done. Really well done.
And I think, all these bubble teams, right? And half of these teams are making the playoffs. So some of these bubbles have got to hit. So,
yeah. Who
I think
Austin just hated your take there. He's
man. I'm sorry. I'll take it back.
He's just no, I'm not about that. Okay, we'll go to Smitty Satow to round out the Whisper Nation picks here. Nick Chubb in the 116, Javonte Williams at the 2-1, Breece Hall in the 3rd, and Damian Harris in the 6th. Then we had, let me see if I can remove Austin. It's freaking me out looking at his frozen face. Sorry. Then he had Amon-Ra St. Brown, Darnell Mooney, and Kadarius Toney, Romeo Doubs, and Alec Pierce. Those are his wide receivers. At Quarterback, he got sniped a couple times. I remember him being in the chat. He went Trevor Lawrence and Davis Mills down bad there at quarterback position. McPherson as his kicker, and his tight ends, Gerald Everett, who I love as a late round tight end this year. And then Brevin Jordan, who's an athletic tight end. Hopefully he's looking for that little double dip there with Davis Mills if he takes a huge step forward. So looking at this team, I'm probably outside of the playoffs, but I'll let you go first, Donnie, as I lead you with that one there.
Yeah, surprising
what do you think
actually.
about this team?
I think solidly in the playoffs.
Really?
It'll depend on the quarterback play. I think Mills will outperform Lawrence, honestly.
When I think Lawrence is a prime bounce back candidate. They've got to be better on offense than they were last year, obviously.
I mean, bet on either of those guys. One of them, the starting quarterbacks in the league for a reason. Maybe they make a reasoning to be a number one fantasy football quarterback. Who knows? But other than that, you're starting Chubb, and then you have the flex of Williams, Hall, Harris, Tony. I love all those players, especially like the touchdown upsides of most of those players is fantastic. So I think he's solidly in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, these back end teams like Brocal and him. I feel like if Smitty would have gotten a quarterback here, I would be screaming for contender for Smitty because I really do like his squad. Even Damian Harris, where you got him, I thought was good value.
Yeah. Like
imagine being able to get Damian Harris after Damian Pierce. Like that's the world we're in right now where he got him. So I think, that's a situation we're looking at right there. So I would agree with you.
I'm also really high on St. Brown and Mooney. Like I love those as starting wide receivers. I think
Mooney's volume, especially in this format. I think Mooney and St. Brown are nice safe picks in this format. So I don't mind it, especially in PPR. They're going to get peppered with targets. But that wraps it up here. We would normally go over our teams as well, but we're missing Johnny. We're missing Austin. So Johnny and I have the best team of the four of us. We know that.
100%. We don't need to talk about it.
But we want to just shout out Matt Deshawn, Donnie, Alex Strofe, Scott, Easy Daddy, Eric Zubert, Jersey J, The Cat's Pajamas, Jay Blizzy, Pizza Belly, Chris Molina, Professor Ron, of course, Johnny Game Time Hicks, myself, Brocal, Austin, and Smitty Satow. We appreciate all of you guys that are in here. For Johnny Game Time Hicks, for Austin Sear, for our guy Donnie Tubbs, I'm Big Travie. We're the Fantasy Whisperers, and we will be back, I think, later this week. I got to talk to the guys. We should be having a show Thursday. We might not be. There's going to be some travel. Stay tuned. We'll let you know in the Discord, of course. Donnie, you got any final words?
Just good luck on this chaotic season, guys. I mean, send out those trade offers. It's going to be a fun one.
Absolutely. All right. Let's gotta figure out a good one.
Right here.
Hey, you like mock drafting? So do we. Check out one of our previous mocks in the videos here and like and subscribe to catch next week's mock draft coming your way.